right, we appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for everything he has done, giving us, allow us to be here again by the count of Yahuwah. Isn't that right? Whether people recognize it or not, that's the only way we can do it. Isn't that right? It's got to be him. I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for keeping us. And we slept and we slumbered. I heard people say a lot of times now you come to realize it. You turn over and toss it, and it could be the last turn you make. A lot of people left here and they sleep. So I fit to get us up one more again. Give us the opportunity to get here so we can be taught the words of Alon Kai. Isn't that right? Eternal life. The world ain't getting no better. I saw they were showing New Zealand and another island they got over there. They getting ready to get hit with a cyclone. They already flooded. So they got a cyclone getting ready to hit them. It's in a devastating. It's coming in about, I think it's about 155 miles an hour. On top of they already flooded. That cyclone coming in a wide slap over too. Mr. Yahuwah talking. While they got wonders and everybody keep talking about the earthquake, they can't get the number right. In Turkey, they saying it's 20,000. Everybody else saying it's 26,000. They can't even count. I mean, that one gentleman they asked, he said he's looking for the number to double by the time it's done. By the time they get through the rubble and go through and dig the people out there sitting out dead, you know, to make you consider. A lot of times people say get to the safety of their home. Are you really safe? That's you better consider, are you really safe? You ain't safe till you with him. Isn't that right? That's our hiding place. Everybody keep looking, they talking about now, start trying to build where they can build earthquake proof. I don't know how you're going to do that. When the rock starts shaking and open up, I don't care what you build, it going down. See, that's the stupidity. They keep trying to repel against him. There's no way to beat him other than to just conform to him. White, black, Asian, Hispanic, and whatever other nationality, ethnicity you fall under, it's time for you to make a change. You know, I told y'all, I asked y'all again today, like I asked you last night. I asked so many times, why are you him? Why are you him? And are you getting what you determined to come and get? That's your mind. You can't just keep doing nothing. You've been doing that all your life. Just doing something. You know how many times people going to school for 12 years. They ain't got no education. So you can go and do something and still don't get what you actually came to get. They give you, I remember before when they came out with that basic skills test before they would start letting you graduate, a lot of kids didn't graduate. They started getting them a certificate saying you had attended school for 12 years. I remember that first came out. But I was sure hoping they didn't get one of them things. Man, I took that test, boy, I looked how I fell asleep. I woke up, they came back. They said, you pay. I looked, and your line had, your black had to be crossed the little line. I said, whew. I said, look at this thing here. I said, boy, I did pretty good. Look at this. They just put them other nigga paper. The black were all the way to the end of the paper trying to come around the backside. I said, yeah, don't show that thing. Nobody need to see that. I was hurt. I see that thing, my stuff like over the line and just over a little bit. Man, them joker stuff was at the end of the line and coming back. I said, I'll show this to nobody else. I ain't seen it since then. I ain't say that thing. I said, I'm not going to be able to leave. That's all I want to need. Isn't that right? Nobody promised say how much black they had running to the other end. And I got out just like you got out of him. Isn't that right? But I tell you the truth, there's a lot of people went, didn't make it, though. It's just like with people that Yahuwah brought out of Mizraim. All of them didn't make it. We don't want to be another one of them tragic stories, so we're here to try to make sure we can make restitution. Make sure we get this thing right while we're on this side. All our COVID positive adult members, we certainly miss y'all guys, and y'all keep hanging in there. Isn't that right? Stay positive with Yahuwah, but try to get negative quick as you can from the result. Isn't that right? Hayward was so mad with Leon today. We found out last night Lee was negative. He said, how Lee negative so fast? I said, I don't know. He ain't the doctor. He can't make himself negative. Hayward didn't like that for nothing, boy. He tried to keep the whole family tied down, didn't he? And then right, I said, Lusa said, what happened to Chanel with him yesterday? She was on that loose. That dancing. Must have been her dancing. That fad go down, ain't it? We just seen. Who else we seen last night? Somebody we seen last night we don't see today. Who we saw last? Lancaster. He was bad now. You know what? You know what I hope? You know what I'm hoping he did? I ain't gonna say it. I hope that man ain't sitting at McDonald's line effing no bucket of fries. Man, I'm so hoping that man in that McDonald's line effing. Man, boom, get it. Bucket of fries. Don't do it. Goodness. I seen the name, he was talking about something. He was arguing, hey, what I said, Lancaster. Yeah, that thing hit you quick, too. Listen, man, I told you before, man, you don't know what to do. Years ago, we never had that. See you one day, next day, you up and gone, next day, you out. Man, look at Dan, look at her. He ain't check Sandra, did he? Sandra still living? I'm like, hey, was y'all shaking last night when you went home? Was y'all worried? Did he agree? He was asleep when y'all got home. He wasn't asleep. Was he looking at y'all in the kind of way? Asa? Asa, I just creeped in there and went on to sleep. Now that's like good to see y'all right here. Oh, that should go right down. Okay. We were worried about you. I told him, I said, ain't nothing wrong with you. They tell me, man, she down. She went in here yesterday and danced herself. I told her I was fighting for you. No, I'm on your side. Isn't that right? I'm like Leon said, I'll switch up quick. They'll be talking about a player, I jump in there. They said, Lee, what you say about what preacher said? He said, I'm a preacher. He said, you know how I do it. He told him, he said, man, he said, you know how I'll switch up quick on you for preacher. Yeah, Hayward can't switch up like that. He had to get that grime out of him. It got him pulled down so bad. But I appreciate Mr. Hua, though, for keeping us around. He did get better soon. She had to go to the hospital last night. I appreciate Hua. He let her leave. There's a lot of people going to the hospital. And I don't think none of them. I remember he had to go in and have, like, oxygen and stuff. I know a guy, he went in there. That joke made a Facebook. That joke was looking bad in there. But he had to trying to tell people, go get the vaccine, all that. Like, nigga, shut your mouth. Right. I'm going to go get no vaccination. Folks with vaccination in the hospital. Right. Always trying to put that junk on. I don't think he still ain't got it. He's sitting there trying to cry now, trying to ask for help. Oh, done retard. That's what they do. First thing they run, they start quitting, want to run them folks. But let them folks, yes, sir. With who? Malachi? Uh-huh. From them. See that? They had to take Malachi. They called me Malachi. They had to come get you from school. I'm praying for you. Papa, I told you what I'm looking for, ain't it? I got to get that money. I be telling folks, when I be praying, that thing be like fast like that, I scare myself. I be needing that money. I be needing that pay. I told Dad, I said, holler at Malachi Tennessee, make sure you go and give me some. I take credit card, Malachi. You got a credit card? I do payment weekly, whatever I got to do, but I appreciate Mr. Hood, or he returned them to her. People, it's stuff you take for granted. Going to the hospital and leaving. There's a lot of folks leave. They don't come out of that. When they do, they stressed out. A lot of stuff we take for granted, man. Because you go in and come out. I told you, I remember my sister, when she had a baby. Her baby would have been, her son would have been about the same age as Allen, right about in there. So he'd been about 23. And I remember we went to the hospital, man. They was on the floor up there, man. They had all them women up there. Baby, I didn't know the hospital had that because you don't think nothing about it. I was so used to going. My kid's born, I'm leaving. You don't think nothing. They have a whole floor, no babies. Listen, completely silent. You don't hear nothing. It's quiet, the whole floor. I tell you, you can feel like the devil. Listen, they said we don't let no babies, we don't have no babies nowhere around him. We don't let them hear no babies or nothing because, you know, they've been through the trauma. Just sitting there, man. They brought her baby and they had the dead baby in the room with her. I looked at her, I said, you need to go. I told her, you need to get that out of him. I don't know what the purpose of leaving the dead baby in here with her. She was just sitting there crying. A mother looking at a dead baby, what you think she's going to be doing? Like, go and get the baby out of here. They ain't going to help her sitting here looking at it. They ain't going to do it, just be more torment to her. You started, little by little, kind of coming back around from it. But people take a lot of stuff for granted. Ain't just baby. People went in for routine little stuff. That was it. I know a couple, I knew them. I didn't know they did it at that time, but shoot. Before I went in for little stuff, the poor being routine. That was it. I think, all cool Lancaster, when she ain't here, her mother, her brother, that's right. He went in for a supposed to be routine. That routine was that he ain't make it back out of there. A lot of stuff people like, I'm just going in and listen. Anytime them people putting you on anesthesia, it's serious. Now people doing something ain't normal putting you out. And you going out there, all they gotta do, you gotta remember, whenever you're unconscious, your heart automatically beats at a lower rate. That's the only way it can refuel itself. And all they gotta do, they don't slow you down to enough that your heart just beat just enough that they say, stop. And they can't resuscitate you. A lot of stuff we take for granted, better consider. Everybody, you better consider. And then you better consider. Somebody said, well, they said, whatever, someone might say, thank God I ain't never been there. You ain't gonna believe it. If people die, ain't never seen a hospital till they die. You got folks tell me, I ain't never been in a hospital a day in my life. You die, you'll see one. Isn't that right? You'll go in straight through the basement and right back out of there. Put you inside a refrigerator. Isn't that right? I'm trying to tell y'all folks, man, it's time to consider. Woke up this morning, you ain't gonna believe it. My mind was still stayed on it. Still considered. I had a news on them sleek. I always know something going on. I heard about that cyclone getting ready to come. I thought it would come in here because it's supposed to be something coming from California back down across the west. These folks got to pay for what they done. America ain't out, they on deck. It's time for them. They said they can pray all they want to. They won't pray to the right Elohim because they ain't going to pray to change. Praying to tell him stop no weather ain't the answer. The prayer you need to do is stop that weather going on inside your heart. Right. It ain't going to do that. All they want to do is, Lord, save with Jesus, protect the Jesus. Won't you live right? Yeah. Quit calling the man. I told you, even the book, he said, why call me a done, and don't do the things I say? That for us, don't make no sense to pray to him. You ain't doing what he say. I had a cousin, I told you about Richard boy. He died, he went and prayed. I remember he was in the hospital. My uncle and my dad would tell me he was in the hospital one time. They thought he was going to die. My dad and brother, they went to see him, and they told him. My uncle, he was a dig. He told him, said, Richard said, told him how he been all his life. Said, you need to pray, son. He said, pray for what? He said, I ain't served that man all my life. He said, I don't need a praying now. I respect the man. It's dumb, but he was more honest than anybody else. He did. He said, when he said, I don't used to me praying. He said, I ain't served that man all my life. He said, I'm going to pray for him. I'm going to pray now. I'm on my deathbed. He wound up making out. He outlived all of them. Everybody can't see it. He outlived them. But just the fact he was that committed to what he was doing. He told me later, he said, what I was going to pray for? He said, I ain't served the man. He said, what I'm going to say to him? A lot of folks say they won't be honest like that. They just going on asking, one thing about it, God knows. Yeah, he know you stupid. Isn't that right? That's why you got to have a relationship with it. Let me tell you something. Well, y'all believe it or not, coming through this way, you got to realize nobody that's going to be saved, nobody that is saved, going to do it, it ain't lost nothing. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. He can't use you. You ain't used to taking no losses. You come that way, you had to lose something. Why you think he said, if any man will come after me, what do you tell me he got to do? That's a loss off the rip. I don't know where people get it from. You going to lose something. It's no way to do this and not lose something. If all y'all got in y'all mind, just don't let me lose. Don't let me hold on to what I got. You can't be saved. You going to lose something. It's just no way possible. I wouldn't even lie to you. You cannot do it. You have to lose. Then somebody said, you're going to pick something and say, well, I'm ready to lose this. He said, I don't want that. I want that. I want what you wouldn't give up. All you got to do is like, man, open your stuff up and let him get it. Open it up and let him pick, because he going to know what you thinking, this is what I need to get rid of. He said, yeah, it's something else I need to get to. That's what you thinking, that one thing, I need to get something else. Because that's what it's going to take for you to get right. See, once you get over the hurt or the losses, then you kind of build yourself up where you start to realize something. I don't attach myself to stuff too hard no more. I can't afford to, because I already know. This is what a lot of y'all might think. Well, I'm glad I lost something. As you continue to grow, it's just more things and people you're going to wind up separating from. It just happens. Because you'll think, well, I lost this a long time ago. As you keep growing, guess what? He got to test something. I said, now let's move this too now. It's time for you to move this and move it. That's why you don't get top mean. See, a lot of stuff that we'll hold to and we'll like and we'll love, a lot of times that be the thing that keep us back. Let me tell you something. Make no mistake. This is a self-journey. I know you heard it all the time. It's a self-journey. It ain't for everybody. Everybody's mind ain't there. Everybody ain't considering. I don't know why a man or woman won't consider. You're going to die. What you going to do? It'd be different if we weren't going to die. And then you could go to heaven and you could stay here and everything was kind of okay. I can see that. But what are your options? Tell me, what are your options? You're going to die. What are your options? It makes no sense. I just can't get my mind wrapped around it. What do people think? People think if they party, if they drink, if they smoke, if they hang out, if they keep doing, they can, hide themselves in music, whatever they try to do to fool themselves, that it's going to go. You can't do it for so long. You can't drink for so long. You can't smoke for so long. You can't run, but be a runner. You can get world-class runner. Tell them just keep running. Watch them stop. You know why? You can't run for so long. He put it, listen, that man done designated a stop time on anything you can do. You can try to eat yourself into oblivion. After a while, you know what I'm saying? I can't eat another bite, I'm a bust. He said, I said it that way. I'm letting you know everything coming to an end. That's why that's why I'm here. I got to serve it. If everything would keep, listen, if it was an option where he said, all right, you can come go with me to heaven, or you can stay down here and the world will keep going. Ain't no storms and no floods, none of that stuff. You just going to stay down here, you work and you make it forever. Then I can see somebody saying, well, I'm good. I'm in a good spot here. I'll stay here. You weren't given that option. So I don't get where you got it from. The only option you got, you either going to be with him or you going to burn. Just tell yourself the truth. Anybody don't do it, just look at, I don't care if it's your mama, your dad, your sister, your brother, uncle, aunt, cousin. You stupid. It made no sense. And if they that bold, cut the stove on and say, show me. I don't believe you. I'm yet to find these people that said, cut the stove, just put your hand up for 20 minutes. Let me just see what you got. If you can't do that, you ain't ready to actually meet that man. People in their mind are losing themselves. Well, I'm thinking about this, though. It's a lot of people worse than me. Y'all the same people. They don't even realize you're the same people. I mean, I criticize child molesters. I detest child molesters and rape. I really detest, but all of them the same people. He said, you know what I detest, Smith? Well, he said a liar. I said, them child molesters. He said a liar. He said hypocrite. I'm thinking child molester, raper. He's saying, I'm looking at hypocrite. I'm looking at false pretender. I'm looking at liar. I said, but what about the child molester? You know, I'm looking at anybody break my tourist, Smith. They the same people. Yeah. You looking at something, you look at, that's detestable. He said, I'm looking at anybody that'll go against my word, you detestable. Only way he let you hate them, people have their pet peeve of stuff they hate. He said, that's what he said, you really hate that? Oh, I hate it. How bad you hate it? I hate it with all my heart. He said, I hate anybody that go against my Torah. That's why he let us do certain things. Anybody got anything they'll test? Or food, or color, anybody? Or food, anything? What food you got, Chris? You just, mayonnaise. Well, you gonna make it in Malcolm.
Yes, sir.
You got to.
Yes,
you got to. Woo. Chris, what you got, Chris? Hold on, before you think. Hold on. Do this. Think about your answer. What you hate, Chris? Come on, Chris. We're not having this. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Raw tomato. Tomato almost everything. You eat ketchup. But you eat ketchup. Raw tomato. Come on. What's wrong with man? How you tomato? You eat pizza?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that tomato.
It's not a raw tomato.
All right, put 2 checks up. Trying to know too much about stuff. What you think, Boston? He right?
Yeah.
Come on, Boston. Come on, Boston. Come on. See, I respect Lee. Come on, Boston. Come on, Boston. What happened to y'all? What you saying? Come on, Janae. What? Oh, all right. Well, go ahead. Finish while you come. I'll tell you. Come on. Come on. Yeah, right here. Come on. What is it? What is it? You gonna finish?
All I said was,
all you said was
he was right.
He was right.
Because ketchup is cocaine.
Ketchup is cocaine. Put 2 of them up. 2 of them. Come on, bud. Come on. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that man talking. That man worried me so bad out there. That man said, He said, you gonna tell the people? I said, tell the people what? About the cocaine. I said, what? He said, yeah, they got cocaine and ketchup. I said, cocaine. I said, it's a video he wants y'all to watch. I said, I ain't seen this video. Y'all remember we put that video up there? That man said, coagulated blood. He said the workers report they can hear the souls crying in the bottles. And then he put the wrap around out to me. It's referred to as the Colombian necktie. I was like, man, we laughed so hard. He was so embarrassed. They're like, what were you thinking? I'm like, do you know how many crackheads you would not keep ketchup on a shelf and crackhead find out cocaine in it? Who's selling cocaine for $2 and something in some ketchup? Man, come on. But that's why you got to sit down and look at them. Getting them video of people sending you stuff. I done learned though, when people send you stuff, look it up. I'm telling you, it's more scam stuff that'll come up, fake stuff that'll come up, and they're like fake news. They have you running behind something, and you be able to spread it, and they want to kill your credibility. That's how they've been doing stuff. It be the people be honest who send it out, but it's the people they try to discredit them by you giving the false information. And the next thing you know, you can't get truth out now. So that's why we go through and we had to look. Now you think about this, what they do with the news. What y'all think they did with the book? Same thing. That's why, listen, they might not like it. That's why we go through and examine it. And like I told y'all before, I ain't sold on them Jewish people either, so please don't think, I don't know what, don't go telling that lie now. Tony Smith said, your mama said it. I did not tell you that. I'm going through and we're examining every one of these people, because you know what? When you got these many lies going, you ain't got no choice. That's right. You ain't got no, everybody keep lying. They'll keep spelling something differently. How you spell it T-O-V, he spelled it T-U-B. Right. Then somebody else spelled it T-O-B. So your vowel point system ain't working. Right. Nobody part of vowel because there ain't no V in no vowel points. Right. Some of the stuff they come up with, it makes no sense. It just makes no sense. That's how they get you. They're going to tell you the name. They'll give you the second name. What is it? H-Y-H, H-Y-W-H, H-Y-U-H, H-Y-U-B-H. They put you all over the place. Which one? Who? I can't remember. I'm sorry, YHWH, YHUH, YHVH, and then you'll look it up. You know they'll try to tell you look it up. They'll tell you that YHVH is the one that's more accurately found. But what you got to ask yourself, who said it?
Right. Exactly.
You can't listen to these people. A lot of this stuff, this is the thing you got when you're dealing with these people. Now, I want to be fair, I want to be practical. I've never told y'all I know everything. I really try to look at this stuff and be genuine about it. I really be forthcoming, and I really try to consider my making. That's what I really like the ancient, because it gets away from a lot of inaccuracy if you look at how they did things and how practical it was. When man started getting away with his education and man started throwing other cultures in it, then it's always up to argue. It's always argumentative. Because none of these people got it right. You can look at any of these people, Strong, you look at Briggs and Brad, you look at everybody got a little difference of what they got to do. And you got to fish through everybody trying to find out the truth. That's what we stuck at. That's just, man, somebody, I got the whole thing. Once somebody just put the scroll down. Just put the scroll down and then let us work for now. Everything you work from what? Greek, Latin. Then you got to run back to somebody and told a lie. Then Jewish got it. The Jewish come out later.
Yep.
All these people got stuff, so they're going to tell you that the Greek is older than any of it, which makes no sense. Everybody plays to make a fool out of you. But I appreciate Mr. Hua, though. We keep digging through we're gonna get through the bones so we can get to the meat.
Come on.
That's all we're doing, just digging through the bones. I was hard to walk in here 30 minutes. We run through. It's accurate, not argumentative, it's fact, and we can get it. Because all it do, it causes a division with people. They think, see, he don't believe the whole book. Your mama don't. I believe everything Yahuwah said. Yahuwah ain't said everything these people saying. Yeah. That's the problem I got. Don't go tell that lie. Tell me I don't believe no. I do believe it. I believe everything he said. I just can't believe everything you saying he said. Right. Even Yahusha, he done told you these folk novel and said, I said. He said, and that's when his book was written. He said these folk keep saying I said when I hadn't said. Now I got these folk he never talked to with a book that's not accurate. I'm gonna take everything they say? That's stupid.
That's right.
How you gonna tell me? And the folk fell for it. They kept saying, thus say Yahuwah. Yahuwah said, he said, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
See, they don't learn the key ingredient was to get us to move beliefs on. It said, thus say Yahuwah. That's what Yahuwah said. So of course what you gonna like they taught you what they taught you again? Simon said. When Simon said walk. Simon said jump. Simon said move. Simon said bend down. Simon said no, move, stop. Simon ain't said. That's how they trick you and them pull you and they come along now and they tell you who said it when he ain't said it. Right. Simon said go with the Christian Bible. I don't know Simon, I don't know their Bible either. Right. Who is Simon that I should obey him? Right. I'd be like, Pharaoh, who is Simon that I should obey him? Right. I always make a fool out of it now. We sitting around here and the folk waste time fighting and hate me. I ain't wrote no book. I'm just trying to get us home. Yeah. What they arguing with me for? I'm looking at the map, and what I'm seeing on the map and where I'm going ain't lining up. I'm gonna show you a drop. You look at the map and you pull over and say, hold on for a minute. Let me look at this thing. Because this is not what I'm seeing here ain't matching up with where I'm going. That's why I started checking them. See, years ago, for y'all got that GPS, we had a map. We had a map. We had to get that map and lay it out. And you see the road, you draw it where you're going, you write it down, and you take off. You start going, certain things you should be able to see. Certain highways should be coming up. I'm starting to look, I don't see the highway. And the book told me, and a highway should be down the way. I ain't seen it. So now I got to pull over and check them out. They want to get mad at me, tell me just run. I can't just sit here and drop my drawers and run through this stuff. No, so I'm not that guy. I'm going through the map, I'm trying to make sure I'm looking. I said, I'm not seeing it. Where the highway at? City of Atlanta? In California, New York? I already know the map wrong. That's right. When that book done mapped you out of him? Every nigga you know, that Christian book is right here. Right. That's why people won't go nowhere. The book don't teach you to go nowhere. Right. You want to wonder why you lost. Look at your book. I got mine. So I said, you see that here? I had one on the back of my toilet. I throw it straight in the trash. I should have took a page and wiped myself, but I ain't want to cut nothing. You met around the bed at wrong and get a paper cut, they're going to be tight. Trying to explain to the doctor how you got cut with some paper. Like, yeah, I said, some more y'all in here early, too. Said the guy before you had a whole gerbil in it. No, I can't. I'm still confused about that. What make a man go get a tube and let a gerbil run in here behind? Oh, y'all playing? People do that with rats. Them says they have to do that. I don't know how you knew the rat could go in there.
That's right.
Because a rat ain't just do all that squeezing. You open like that? Yeah, that's sick right there. That's where the world gone though, and folks just let these people keep running. The whole world's sick. Nobody ain't talk. Let me tell you something though, why people doing that. Let's just be honest. Let's not criticize them. Let's be honest. Let's criticize the ethics of America. Because if you had a standard, people wouldn't be able to do it and get away with it. You'd be too ashamed. Ain't no standard in America. Just stop it. Ain't no standard. That's why people do. That's why these gays can sit in here, two women sit here hugged up, kissing each other. They can't sit across, and they got to sit right by each other. Kiss, hug. I just want to tell you something. What y'all doing? Bumping gone. Neither one of you ain't got no teeth. You can't take your lip, hide, rip the skin. You can't tie nothing up with that. Just stop it. These folks just killing time. Need to shame them. Ain't that right? All right, be like Hump did, ain't that right? I say a friend came and stole his girlfriend that time. He said when he's I shamed that guy. Ain't that right? We got some characters around here. But yeah, that's all we trying to do. We just want to live right. Well, we ain't trying to kill nobody, and we ain't trying to take nobody out, take nothing from nobody at the same time. We ain't looking to be killed, and we ain't looking to let nobody take nothing from us. I don't want to think we that guy. They say, oh, y'all ain't trying to kill nobody, take, so y'all don't mind we take from y'all. I don't have that version. That's why I got rid of King James Version. I don't even read that version. You know that right? Somebody think I don't read that Turn of the Cheek or something. No, I don't have that version. So people learn how to deal with you. You know something? Now, the Christian church, them folk beat up folk like that. They don't run up in no mosque beating up folks and doing that. See, they already know it ain't in their book. I'm telling you, they know where to go. They know where to go do that stuff at. They ain't stupid. They know where to go beat it. The Christian church, the most unarmed church on the street, they leave themselves open. And what that preacher done said now, with that little fake robbery, I knew it wasn't real. That makes sense. Listen. Street folk don't do stuff like that. You don't come and it's street folk. I dealt with folk that didn't go to church, but certain stuff like we would be riding our car, we had music. You know what they say? Turn it down. Yep. Two places you turn it down. Pass the church on the graveyard. Yep. I'm talking about street niggas. Listen, they say, hey man, turn on, we pass the graveyard. You got to cut it down for a second, cut it back up, we pass it. Church, they like, cut it down, church. Nobody never had no conversation. They run up in the church and rob the church while the people in there preaching. You already know it's a I knew when I seen it, I said, I already know better now. Nobody do that. It's too much you process in your mind. I got a gun on folks in here in the church. On the ground while I robbed the preacher. Where I'm going with this? They just show you. I told you, these preachers don't even believe. They know they're teaching you lies. The fact he set it up, y'all come rob me in the church. I could have got y'all to rob me anyway. Me at a store. That would have been bad play. I'm getting my car. Y'all pop me right quick, get out my car, grab my stuff and go. Oh, help. I've been robbed. I brought it to church. This is how dumb these preachers are. Yo, remember, any one of them members could have had a gun on him and shot and killed him. Any one of them members could have had a heart attack thinking, my Lord, an old member. See, he ain't even care. When you're reckless and you're dumb, you don't care. You know these stupid people, pray for him. Pray he go to jail and don't never get out. Because his message go with his behavior. What you think he been teaching the people? Think about that. You see him, somebody running with AK-47 automatic rifle. What you think is going on with them? Maybe they're going to kill us. Black people already did it with Dalen Roof. What happened when he came in there? Everybody on the ground, somebody could have had a heart attack. A kid could have got hurt. Don't you know somebody could have jumped up and like, I got to help the man of God and messed around and got popped. And there's some junk you set up. He should never be out of prison. Never. Because you're too reckless. It's too easy to do it on the street. And nobody caught nothing. Because they're dumb and they greedy and they reckless. And the people don't look at what type of messages you think he's been giving them. What you think the teaching is? This is the behavior of this man. Do you think this is the worst thing he'll do? In a place that they believe was sanctity, in a place they believe they were getting the word of God, and this man brought crooks in here to rob them. You think that the first time he been robbed, he let that fake rob come tell what he did. I already knew when he saw it. He knew the celebrities he knew were going to give him money. He knew people, other churches going to say, oh, no, this is atrocity. Not at my God, man of God, we done took this money off of you. He getting his gold back, his jewelry back, and he going to rake the money up from them. He going to rake the money up from the celebrity. He going to rake money up from the people in now because everybody going to feel sorry. Feel like we got to lift the man of God up and stop them robbers and crooks. That man of God need to be on a pile of bricks. Yeah. Taking the turkey, pick up them rocks and put them right up under them. Leaving them there. Why? This is what they think. I know they're thinking. I'm looking at the people's souls been raped. What about them people in there now? They look. How many people you think hurt when they found out your pal? How hurt y'all to be y'all find set some junk up like that? And y'all feeling sorry for me, like, preacher, I want to help y'all, preacher. I hate that happen. Be encouraged, all the stuff you get from people. And you did this to these people? No. I said no forgiveness. No forgiveness for nobody like that. You listen, I respected him. He'd have took a gun on the street robbing people. Keep it out of the house of Elohim. You claim it. That's why I told you, the church ain't nothing but a play. He didn't even respect it. What kind of message you think he gave them? And the people don't even realize they victims. You know what they're probably saying? Man of God just going through. Let's not talk. Let's pray. Because you could be going through. If I'm going through like that, I need to be shot in the head. Then I'm going to play around in the Beth Elohim and stage a robbery, not considering nobody else's safety. That could have went so bad. And what he hollered in, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Yes, you were. Every Sunday you open your mouth, every Bible study you were trying to hurt them people. That's the type of person these people are. Disgusting. But I know they started praying for him. Christian churches come together. Don't say nothing about the man of God. Run him down every time you get a chance. Let the people let them know, this your champion? This the man that made a fool out of you. And they ought to go back and examine the message. They'll see the message that went right along with the behavior. See, that's why we got to set a standard. Try to save our young people do. Get our young people out here. Y'all consider y'all soul. Above everything, consider y'all soul. Consider the people you with. Consider the mindset people get. At the end of the day, if nobody else care about their soul, you care about yours. Isn't that right? Care about your latter end. Don't let nobody make no fool out of this. It's a critical walk right here. It won't be long. That whole thing going to wind up. The folks you see let go, the folks see quit. It's just a matter of time. We'll all be in the mosh pot. And when we get in the mosh pot, he told you, it's going to be a great separation. Isn't that right? And my end is, I'm looking to be with Yahuwah. Above all things. All right, we'll get ready to go. Who all these people here we got? She'd agree with Kayla. What did Kayla do to reason she agree with him? Okra is disgusting. Oh, K-Trail. Oh, that's Kayla. K-Trail. I didn't know who that was. I was like, who is that? I don't know if I'm in. I don't know some of these people. Who that? Amen. Who that? Mayweather. I see him on the show. Arnett. Oh, yeah, Arnett. Yeah, he good fella. Good fella. He came down to see her that time. Who is Double T? TT. Who is Double T? Oh, Okra is disgusting. This guy is Okra. This kind of guy is disgusting. Isaiah Cross. Shabbat Shalom to you too. I know, huh? Nan Nicole. Don't let John touch it till you get the test, net positive test. EHS91, no sound. Who that? That might be Ed. Is Ed EHS? Nobody don't know. Oh, Bill. Hi, Ron. Hey, Bill. Oh, I know who that is. Will up there in Kentucky. Tell the girls, hi, girls. I hob y'all. Appreciate that. We'll hob you, Ron. I hob y'all back. Who is that? Ask Erica. What we going to ask you, sweetie? We're going to ask something. Appreciate all y'all up there, too. People I don't trust. This one. Chimp. Apparently, somebody came to serve and left their chimp loose and the computer on. K-Trail, Double T. Now, we appreciate all y'all. I appreciate all of them. I told them we're going to try to set up, I told them I'm working with, I mentioned to Robert, and we're going to try to set up where we can put up, I guess, a section where they can ask questions. They're going to be, they're looking to try to set up something, I guess, a place where they can set live streaming up over there and they can watch. Make no mistake, people got to come to their mind. Everybody got to come. It's just a matter of time. You're going to flow to it. They're going to flow to it. If nothing, they're going to flow to it in judgment. Ain't that right? Everybody had to come. That man called them from all the four corners of their right. Everybody got to come. Make sure you're right, though, when you get here. Ain't that right? Those y'all got your mind to get right. I tell them about it. I never told nobody I was the only preacher. I never told nobody this is the only place you can come to be saved. You need to get somewhere. You need to get you a true teacher. You need to get you somebody to care about you, tell you the truth. That's what you need. If he fall out somewhere he walking, forgive him. That's all human. I used to wonder about that. I said, man, how you stay out that long, don't poop? I'm not finna hold in the bus now. That thing go back up and hit your heart. I gotta let it loose. I'm human. That don't take nothing away from it. Well, it do take something from it. Take that pressure off. I'm human. Now, one of y'all got to fart. You get out of here. No, I'm up here preaching. Never been kill somebody with that stuff. Which one of y'all got some poison gas? I know my wife do. Who else? Who else? Dudes. It's poison when you poop. You ain't pay. Yeah, from the body. Don't pass no gas. Had to watch everybody. Who else? Ian? You got some you said Malachi got some dangerous gas. Ian got some dangerous gas. Is it the glasses? Oh, goodness. Ratted you out now. That tight. And who else in here got that poison gas? Oh, I know it's Xavier. I can tell. Xavier look poison. Brandon, he poison. What about you? Yeah, that's dangerous. Make sure you get a check. Yeah, him renting out your brother gas. What about y'all? Which one of y'all the worst one? Oh my, Alyssa? Come on. Not sweet Alyssa. Alyssa, who got the worst gas? Who else? Micaiah. That's what I'm saying. Tell on him about how you do it. Asa said yeah too. I know Asa tell her. I ain't right, Asa. Shane, you might have quiet over there. I know 65% of the women are gold diggers. How much percent of women got bad gas? You need to try to get that number. That'd be a big help out there on the street. All right, y'all, we're going to get ready to look at the book, see what it does say, Mr. Yahuwah. All right, y'all ready? All right, this is, what's the name of that program? Sermon Central, Central.com, if you want to follow us along. This is considered to be the orthodox, what they got. But most people don't realize why they use that term ortho. How many of y'all don't know why they put ortho? Who don't know what ortho means? Ortho just means straight. That's why when you get your teeth, you get braces, they send you to an orthodontist. That's what ortho stands for. It just means straight. Most people didn't know that, did they? Hello? Why he look? You knew that? I'm looking. Your husband looking mighty surprised over there. Well, I mean, a lot of people don't think about why they put ortho in front of something. You know, you go and get braces, you don't think about what's the terminology behind it. That's what ortho means, straight. So that's why you go there and get them, and that's what they're supposed to do. And the problem is these people claiming they're straight, and we don't believe one bit of it. Because they were straight, they'll tell the truth and tell them they weren't the people. Yeah. But that's the truth. They are. And that's the thing, going in, knowing what you're dealing with. So you know you ain't susceptible to something. It's like, you know, somebody got certain diseases, you know, to put a mask on, or they'll say put on something to keep you, because you'll be susceptible to catching something, right? That's what we know we're dealing with these people. They want us to think they're straight. Just the fact they signified trying to tell her they were straight off the rip. That's how you know they crazy. Hey, man, walk over here. How done? Man, I ain't trying to do nothing to you. I ain't trying to take nothing from you. Yeah, yes, you are. You're just trying to make me drop my guard. You know how I already read you coming in. So you're trying to drop my sense of a heightened alert, so I drop it down. Oh, well, they might be under, because they did tell me they weren't trying to take nothing from me. They weren't trying to hurt me. Better be careful. These people trying to hurt you. Because they'll never sit out and tell the truth and tell you the people. So they're trying to hurt you. Okay? All right, this is Romans 15:4. Let's see where we're going with this. Listen.
For as much as Nikatab beforehand, Nikatab for our Lamed
Hold on,
Kadash.
stop. We got Kodash up here now. You forgot that one. It's not up here? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm down. I'm up here looking. Okay. All right, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. What's over written? Katab. Katab is written for our Lamed Kudash to teach us separation. Y'all got that? That's it. That's the whole end, teaching us separation in order that through
Endurance and through the
I know that
Nakum.
German. Zitfleeks. And this stuff, anytime Zitfleeks, that's German right now. I hear ya! And through, who else? Come on.
And through the Nakum of the Ketuvim HaKadash,
Through the comfort of the writings.
we might hold fast Tikva.
Are you saying Kadash again? Oh, yeah. The writings are separated. See that? Ain't that something? That make a sense. I mean, it's simple, but at the same time, just in considering, he's allowing you to realize there's a difference. So this is why we have to be concerned when we start looking at other literature that people are transgender and give it back to us and saying, well, see, this is the same thing. It's just English. It's not the same, because when he did it, he let them know it was written and to limit you Kadash, to teach you be Kadash, okay? Be separated. Then he came back to tell you it's Kadash. That's the same terminology when he told you to be Kadash. Why? So you see that? I'm separated. So why would I give you a writing that teaches togetherness with everybody? It doesn't. You said the stuff that people try to program you to. It don't matter what people do. We all God's children. So what is the purpose of you teaching me separation if we all quote unquote God's children? Then what is the purpose you tell me that the writings are separate? So these people will transfigure things to give it back to you to make you feel comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? Where you'll accept it, and before you know it, they'll introduce or induce you with something. And before you know it, you'll be off the path. It's that critical. Now, we finished reading that? Did you leave something? What is that? Listen. See if that 1 Corinthians chapter 5 right quick. 5 and 1. Let's see where we're going. If I had something wrote up, I'll know off the rip, right? I know they don't like that, though. They don't like that. Them guys stay up all Friday night. 10. I know Saturday afternoon by like 5, 6 o'clock, they just stay home, and they be sitting there. They had a strong, and they had a Bible, just going to read the whole thing, going through it. They just get some kind of mad with me. I think I'm dyslexic. What is that anyway? You just tune out of it. I'm not going to give myself none of these little things. What that dyslexic? You just sit there, whether you read, you start scrambling yourself up. Yeah, I think I got that. This stuff will start scrambling up. That's what it is. You see your letters mixed up. Like that. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I can't wait it long. These things make me start going blind. First, it'll let you see stuff real clear. Now, after a while, they get foggy or something happened to them. I don't know what it is. This ain't going to work for me long. So we're going to see. I don't know if words scramble up on me. No, letters don't scramble up, so I ain't dyslexic. I just get tired of reading. What is that? That's what I thought it was. I know what I was in school, I read something, and then my mind just $1. I'd be somewhere else, and I'd come back, I said, I'm supposed to be, and I'd be like, anybody else had that? Especially taking a test. I hate tests. They say, read the paragraph. I'll read, and you look out, your mind, and you come, you say, oh, goodness, I ain't even finished reading. Time ticking. I hate that stuff. Well, whatever it is, it's because it done bored me. What they call it, retention deficit? Attention deficit. Can't stay on one thing. They ain't like I'm stupid or nothing, though, is it? They're making sure. They say geniuses be like that. Yeah, yeah, I'm a genius. Yeah, but I'm telling you, certain stuff, but you know what, dude? I do have a habit of, I have to do more than one thing. Like, I'll be on the phone, people start talking, they say, oh, you on the phone? I said, that don't make no difference. I'm still with what I'm doing. Like, we was on the phone, we was having that meeting. I put on mute, I'm doing something, and I come in and I say, it doesn't matter, I can function better when I'm doing more than one thing. If I'm just doing one thing, it's just hard to hold me to it because it's almost too simple to do it. I don't know, I guess it's just built like that to where I can do more than one thing. It don't really throw me. People say, wow, I know you're doing something. Like people call me, I tell them, don't waste time saying, I know you're busy. But that's a waste of breath. I'm always busy. Let's just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because I can still focus. Austin getting it. He trying to pick that up too. He been studying, old man. Don't worry about it. It takes some time. Once you do 50 things at one time, you halfway where I'm at. No. But some people don't know. You like functioning like that, doing more than one thing. It's one of them things that happen. You do that too, Brett? I gave it to you too. Who want one? You want? I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one. Like Oprah with them call. I'm gonna give you one. I'm trying to think about Bryce. No. Bryce be doing something. You talk to Bryce. Bryce said. I said, Bryce said. Bryce said. He said, huh? I said, he ain't got it. He ain't got it. No. Bryce will be doing something. He be typing. Said, Bryce, tell us something. Bryce said. He said, what is it? Nobody who?
Manual laborers. I be in the middle, like, hey, take that trash. I be like, let me finish this. I jump in.
No, thank you, Austin. We got it. He'll get that. He'll be doing something. I said, Bryce, say. He said, I said, yeah, he ain't got it. It ain't there yet. He ain't got it. At that time, we were talking one day with, who that, Josh, Greek, you out there? Man, one day we were going, man, it was Tim, it was me, Tim, Leon, I want to say Justin, Greek, we was sitting on the porch at the farmhouse. We had Jeffrey, we was sitting on the porch talking, and the wife there, we was just going. One of them said something, we was just going. He said, that thing bouncing. Just that thing hit you and hit. Oh, he got it. The white jumped in the middle. He said, ah! He said, you ain't got it. He said, miss you. Boy, listen, the white was pissed. If the white look at you and he start thinking, erase his mind. Him and Jahid. If Jahid look at you and he had to think for a minute, he thinking something. It's against you. Don't fall for it. I know y'all be thinking, it just take him a minute. I'm telling you, if Jahid wait too long, if you say something and he start thinking, oh, it's about you. I'm trying to help y'all out. Watch him now. If he can't come back quick, you know something going on. All right, let's listen to that. Watch this. Listen.
Zanu is actually reported among you, and such Zanu, which is not even among the Guim, that one of you Corinthians has the Isha of his Abba, and you have been puffed up with Gava. Should you not?
Stop for a second. Hands quick. Reverend. Hold on for a minute. I saw your hand. We're not going for that. He got caught. He got caught, and we're not gonna let him get away. Chris, how we doing today?
I digress.
Huh?
I digress.
What happened? You had your hand up, didn't it?
Yeah, and I thought about it. But I can get it though.
All right, what is it?
It's right here. It came out right.
Y'all hear that? Check. So what we're gonna do now? Now we're gonna get it right out. He had a hand up. You gonna take it? Or give him?
Who else?
No, I mean, you had your hand up now.
I think I got it.
You got to think you got it. Huh, do you feel like he got it? If he ain't got it, then you got to get a check then, because you had it. Yeah. So think about it. You give it to him, or you had a check. I mean, you get it right. You got it right. You give it to him, because you say you think he got it, he ain't got it. Who? Hold on if I get you. What you got, Ian? Who? He right. That what you gonna say? That's the same thing Candace said. Ruban. You are. All right, we're gonna get a check for not going to that saying earlier. Yeah. But don't really not put this. So you see, like Zanu, which is whoredom, and he started talking about this report among you and such Zanu, which is not even among the Goim, the nation. That one of you Corinthians has the Isha, wife of his Abba, and we know that because we knew that he had the same thing. Here, see, they reference Uyakra, that they put him 18 and 8 when y'all were taught that before, Uyakra, which means he called. And Uyakra, that's when you got the Torah telling you concerning about different things you weren't supposed to do that you did in Misraim, is what they reference here to our Torah. But we know that this is an act that actually happened when it came down to Ruban as well. And I just want to see that y'all guys were you able to reference that. Listen what else he told them. Listen.
And you have been puffed up with Gava. Should you not rather have been filled with Agmat Nafash, so that he who has done this would have been taken away from among you? Mm-hmm. For I indeed, being not present in Ha-Basar, but being not absent in the Ruach HaKadosh, have already, as being present, pronounced the
Rabbi Malik.
Well,
Rabbi for rabbi, if I'm correct, supposed to be for that. A teacher, Malik.
Malak HaMashiach bet din mashpat on the one who has done such a thing.
Is that for Dan, the house of Dan? Bet Dan mashpat? Because Dan gonna judge. Mashpat is the judgment on the one who has done such a thing. Go ahead.
In the Shem of Adeni Yahusha, Adenu,
because it's gonna be our Adon, our master.
Yahusha, when you have assembled in your shul, and I am with you by the same Ruach HaKadosh, along with the Gevurat Adenu Yahushua.
You
are to transmit and hand over to Satan such a person for the Trebon,
which is going to be destruction. I think going to be for destruction or destroying. Carbon
of the Basar, that his neshama may be spared in the Yom Hashim.
For the soul, been spared. Go ahead.
Your boasting is not too.
What happened?
Do you not have da'as that a little commits all the mixture leavens?
So here, this is similar to what I was trying to get y'all to see. You talk that both are not good. Do you not have knowledge that a little commits all the mixture, the leaven, which you're trying to tell you, it all, when you put a little bit in, it goes through the whole complete thing. And the reason why we looked at that, because this is why we understand why the writers were given to us. It was to teach us about how the importance was of separation. All it takes is a little bit. Even when he told you about evil communication, what did he tell you to do? See that? So when they heard that, it was certain things that they wanted to make it their necessity, making sure there were things they didn't entertain. There were things they didn't even speak. He came down to other Elohim. He told them, don't even let it be heard from among you. Don't even speak it, because a lot of times people hear it, people become inquisitive. And in them becoming inquisitive, they wind up getting themselves in depth in it, so they don't know how to like look at something and be, and learn how to look at it and don't let it attach. They look with the intention of, before you know it, they take it on. That's why I try to tell people I study. It ain't good for everybody to study. It's just not good, because some people can't study without getting caught in the stuff. I'm just being honest, everybody not disciplined enough. When you start studying, some people grab something and run with something, they go, before you know it, you can't pull them back. That's why you have to be real careful about it. Listen, I'm telling you, there is a level of intelligence you have to have and sensibility. When you reading, you watching things, you have to really sit back and have to be real careful. And you got to stay. And I use the measuring stick of what I find to be the behavior of Elohim. Y'all got it? And sometimes people will get something, they'll think he has a whole nother behavior. He said, that's not me. But it's led to do that. It's led to save song at the same time, the same word that say is the same word going to condemn. That's what people don't realize. It's not an Elohim that's going to say and an Elohim going to condemn. It's the same one. Y'all got the same word that delivered the people. It's the same word that destroyed them. Let me show you something. 1 Corinthians right quick, 10 and 1. I'm going to show you how it works. 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. Appreciate it. All right, listen. AJ asked me how long I'm gonna be up here today. He said, "How long you gonna be up? How long you gonna be up here?" He said, "I don't know." I said, he said, "You got to preach all the time." He had a lot. He's like his dad. On a bunch of questions. He said, "When game time come, you don't preach." I said, "What?" He said, "Not when game time." I said, "Yes, I do." I'm like, "Hold on." He showed told me, I was trying to figure, where you get that from? He told me, he said, "Game time, you don't preach then." Man, this kid has some questions for you, man. He be wanting to know stuff. All right, listen, this is 10 and 1. Listen there.
I do not want you to be without da'as.
Da'as. What happened?
Akim ba Mashiach, that Avanti Anu, all under the Anan, and pass through the Yam.
Okay.
And all into Moshe.
So he was telling you how he didn't want you to be without knowledge, how all your Akim, how they had went through and through the Mashiach, talking about the anointed one, right, by the anointing. And he's telling you about how they all were under the clouds, okay? Anan for the cloud, and all passed through he put Shemot, when we said the Yom, but they saying Shemot. Remember this New Testament too, so that language changed as well. No doubt it's more than one word sometimes when they get to dealing with C. And in all into Mushah, Rabbanu, were given Tivla, in the Anan, the cloud, and in the Yom, and all of the same spirit, which is the Ruachni, what's it called, the Akhil, food, which they ate the Akhil, the food, ate Shumat. Oh no, I'm sorry, Shemut, that's the book. I'm sorry, talking about, oh, that's the book, Shemut. And all the same, okay, and all of the same Ruachni drunk, that's what they drunk, for they were drinking from that Ruachni, what's that, Surah, for rock, so they put Surah, they did a TZ, and it should be TS is what we see. For Surah, we do the Sod. Sod is TS and sound. So they did it with the Z. You see everybody got a difference? Huh? That's German. Oh yeah, which means that's Ashkenazi. And my baloney has a first name. It's Oscar, my Oscar. Oscar Noski has a way with B-O-L-O-N-E-A. And how you spell bologna? Yeah. How you spell B-O-L? I got to listen to the song. I
That's
gotta
right.
y'all. When I listen to the song, that's how you learn to spell from the song. How you learn your A, B? A, B, C, D. They ask you to say, I'm still grown. Say A, B, C, D. How you learn it? How y'all learn? Did y'all learn to sing them? What they do with the younger folk now? How y'all learn how to do how y'all learn y'all ABC? Danny Night, how y'all learn y'all ABC? Y'all learned it with singing. So, I was scared. Anybody learn it without singing them? I would say that was wrong. And we did it, that's the right way. So you didn't do it the way we did it wrong. How you learn your ABC, Dwight? Okay, he didn't know him, she still don't know him. You singing it too, in South Carolina? Interesting. I didn't know they had music down there. I know them guys are dressed soul out of there, though, don't they? They'll love them long suit jacket and them long pant legs. That's a goddamn mighty boy. Them folks sure waste up some material out of South Carolina. One joker have on 5 suits. All right, there you go. All right, hey, what? He calling your name. So he told you to pay attention, and that sewer was the Mashiach, the anointed one. He tell you about all, correct? Mm-hmm. All of them was immersed. What they gonna say baptized? All of them ate, and all excuse me, and all of them drank. And he let you know it all was from the Mashiach. But the Yahuwah was not pleased with most of them, for they were strand about in the desert. They're supposed to be like stranded.
Strewn.
What'd you say?
Strewn.
Stern.
Strewn.
Strewn. Scoon. No, not that one. We can't do that. Not him, we can't. I gotta go to your individual house. Like he said, hey, you know a house to eat and drink in? Yeah. I never used that before. Strewn. I had never strewn. I never used that. This guy, what is strewn? Can we see what it is? I know I ain't never used it. I ain't never used them. I ain't heard anybody using a sentence. If they be using a sentence, I know what they were saying. Man, I've been strewn. I said, yeah, man, you need to keep your cheeks together next time. Because that would sound like you hollering and happened to you. So that's not our word, so they can't expect me to know it. Why you don't know that? Why your mama don't know it? Y'all can say that to people, that's just helping them. Just don't ask nobody they ask you how many reps they got. Don't tell them, ask their mama. Don't do that. All right. Strewn. Why would you be saying that anyway? Strewn, flower petals, covered with untidily scattered things. Okay, they were scattered. So they're using the word for scattered. That's how you're going to look at it. He scattered them. So that makes sense. So this letting them know he was scattered. They could have just said something else. Then all that food. Just tell them the folk was scattered. Just said they were Uncle Ben. That thing scattered. Kerry taught, I didn't know about right. Kerry taught me, he said, man, I don't like that Mahatma. He said, Mahatma, he said, that thing be stuck together. He said, Uncle Ben, he said, you throw that thing just scattered. I said, I just ate rice. I didn't know rice was a sign like that. No. I said, I didn't know God was so serious about rice around here. Yeah, Kerry, no. He said, Mahatma, that thing stick together. I remember Kerry, we used to let everybody cook and bring food till something went wrong. Somebody brought tuna fish, spaghetti. Definitely wasn't gonna eat that. I just couldn't even bother how you make tuna fish and throw it in no spaghetti sauce with no noodle. So we definitely won't be doing that no more. But I remember that time, but man, Lancaster made that what that was, that lighter fluid chicken. Man, he kept lighting that chicken up every 3 seconds. Scout. Man, folks was so gassed up. The way you remember you was sick from that chicken? You was sick. I mean, you in it, man, it was black. I thought they had picked up some jerk chicken from a restaurant. Man, that kind of skin, man, he had them skin that thing. He said, I had my boys, he said, I told him, don't let the fire go out. They just skin it. So that lighter fluid just cooking in the meat. Man, folks was sick. We had a lot of sick folk. Yeah, it was rough on them back then. I said, yeah, that was it. That's that we hiring folks. So y'all done. We can't have no more. Then before that, we had that, Carrie had made that wet chicken noodle, man. It looked good, though. Man, that chicken slide right off the noodle. You put the noodle in your mouth, the noodle just slide right off your leg. It was wet. He ain't putting no seasoning on it. But we got them together now. That was the first time cooking a meal for folk like that, and the last time. Yeah. But he honest, though. So that's what I want y'all to look. We're gonna look at though. So they were scattered about in the Bamart bar they put in the desert. Then he slaughtered them in the Bamart bar, the desert. Now these things occur as an example of what he's saying, a maftim, for us, in order that we would not crave what is rosha. See, ra'ah also can be used for ro. They'll drop. Sometimes you'll see ro, R-A with the accent. You'll see R-A. What they'll do it with R-A-S-H, I think, Rosha. Then you'll see R-A-H. You'll do that for raw. They'll do it the raw. Or you'll see the ra'ah. Ra'ah is also in a negative content too. So ra'ah ain't always in a positive context. Okay. So he let you know that a lot of them was ra'ah. They was Rosha, like rotten. You know what I'm saying? Because you got bad preachers. Okay. Okay. What it did? Crave. Okay. Neither should you become. Okay. OVD, Elohim, idolaters, as some of them did, and as it has been written, and the arms sat down to eat and to drink, and they got up to revel. So this is what you're looking at. So what were they eating? What did they eat? What did they eat different? What did they drink different? What did they hear different? But he just told you he wasn't pleased with all of them. So the same word, and this is what you're going to consider, he scattered people after he done fed people. See, the same word, it wasn't a different word. The same word that fed them, that immersed them, that same word that Mashiach them, which anointed them, is the same word that scattered some and overthrew some and slew some of them. This is why you have to consider when you're hearing the word, the same thing happened today. See, when all of us sat down in here, you can't assume, say, well, I don't see what's going on. We all hearing the same word. Why don't we all do the same thing? It's because we will allow some things to come in. Like 1 Corinthians 1:10 tells us that he beseeches, which he encourages, he asks us by Yahusha HaMashiach, the anointed one, that we all speak. Amen. And that there'll be no. So the way to do that is let's get rid of things that divide us. Y'all got us. See, when you look at, now you look at something, when you look at Laban, which was the father-in-law of Jacob, okay? Who they called Jacob. So when you look at them, when they separated, what did they put between them? So they put what? A cup, a wall. So let's say, so if you went and asked Laban something, you asked Jacob something, both of them would say the same thing. What'd you say, Craig? You did like that? Were you agreeing or disagreeing? He's like, no, really not asked it. It was no way they're going to speak the same thing. The proof of that, you know, both of them named the wall something different. Because it meant something different to both of them. Let's see, Jacob separated because he felt like he wasn't done right. Laban felt like he didn't do right in leaving. So when they named the wall, both of them named the wall something different. You see what I'm saying? So if I went and asked Laban something and asked Jacob something, there's no way they're going to tell me the same thing. Because there was a division between them. So how we get to where we speak the same thing and that there'll be no division, we got to tear the cough down.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's what people don't realize. That was the purpose of Yahuwah coming. Let me tell you something how things work. Yahuwah is also known for tearing down the middle wall of petition. Petition you to separate. Now I'm going to show you how that worked. When they got ready to build a tower, it wasn't our people. It wasn't the Yahudim. It wasn't Abari. Okay, that was every other nation. Abari means we was on the other side, so we couldn't have done it. So now when you look at when they built it, there was a difference in communication when they were asking for things. So they could never build and get all the way to where they was going. Got it? Because there was a petition between them. That distance became an issue that when they heard things yell, I don't understand what you're saying. And I'm yelling something out, you don't understand what I'm saying. So let's just leave it alone because we're not getting nowhere. Yahuwah coming gave us the ability that now we can build this thing all the way up. Right quick, see that Ephesians, see that 2 and 14, I think it is. Let me see. 2, 14. Let me see. Ephesians What's going on? Come on down, see if it's 14 one more. Come on down, let's see if 2 and 19. Okay, let's say 19, 2 and 19. We're going to have to back up, I'm sure. Sometimes they let words get in the way too. We had to get it. We had to get another version, give us a little plain to kind of move through a little bit. But it's important to pick up some of this. Give me another. Can we get another version of this one without them holding us up with some of their stuff? Because some of their word they're using, like I said, they're German anyway. They Yiddish. Okay, let's see. Listen. Therefore.
Therefore, then, no longer are you Zarim and aliens, but you are fellow citizens of the Kodashim and Beni Bet, members of the household of Elohim.
So that's what he's saying. Now you're no longer foreigners and aliens, but you're fellow citizens of the Kodashim, of the separated ones. Remember, when we read in the 15th chapter before we started, he told us what it was given for. When we learned it, it was teaching us to do what? Separate. And it does. Think about it. Once I stop lying, liars ain't going to be nobody tell the truth. Once I stop committing Zanu, people that don't commit Zanu ain't going to want to be around you. I don't have no people call me and ask me about going to the club because I don't go. So, because, see, that's how you know the boss separates. It ain't just about moving your geological location. It's about when you change things, it automatically calls for. That's what he's saying. The only reason it limits you is to make you Kudai. That's why I think people will not come to you. Yahusha said, you would not come unto me that you might have life. Because he was Kudash. He was the Word. He told you the Word was out and it was with him. That's why people didn't want to come. People didn't want to entertain. That's why people hated him and they wanted him dead because they look at because you separate. You cause division with what you do. See, they had people together and the people that all agreed to the thing were people that agreed to doing wrong. He come in and stealing right and they look at that's a problem. And people who desire to live right will come out from among them and separate themselves. So they look at that he was a diversion for them. So they looked at they had to get him out of the way. That's why they do with me and they took me off TV. But they didn't do nothing. It really hurt the people. It didn't hurt me because the bar ain't changed. It's still right. I guarantee Mr. Yahuwah allowed to happen. And he allowed to happen because he ain't intended for everybody to be saved.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
He not, these people can fool themselves they want to. That's even for people listening. You can't just keep sitting around being no listener. You got to start making changes. I know what people do. They tell themselves, I'm with Smith my pap, but you're going to have to conform. That's it. He ain't told you, and be ye transformed. How you got to do it? So that you can do what? So you can prove what is that tube and acceptable will. See, that's how you got to do it. You got to be able to prove it. Why he told you to prove all things? That's why you got to do it. You got to prove all things. Isn't that right? And you got to hold fast to that which you tube.
Yes, sir.
That's just being honest. People don't realize that's the purpose coming. You got to prove it. It's a lot of, I've seen people work, they'll work on Shabbat. They say, well, I can't go, but the Lord know where my heart at. Exactly. Because your heart is where you at. He tell you where a man's heart, he said, where treasure at too. They'll be saying, he understand. He don't understand that. He understand that's where your treasure at. Isn't that right? And they go to job, they need to play breezy. You know, they say, you're my treasure, baby. My treasure, baby. Because you ain't where you supposed to be. That's their treasure. All right? Now, I told you not to lay up your treasure. Well, what happened? Thieves and robbers. What he told? What they do? What thief come steal? When y'all seen thieves steal your trash? I'd be glad to put some trash out for them to steal. They want to steal your goods. He told you don't put your stuff up there. You're going to lose it anyway. All right? So therefore, no longer Zarim and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the Kodashim and the Beni, the sons or the children of the house of members of the household of Elohim. This is scary. Having been, tell them what?
Having been built upon the Yesod of the Shalakim and Nabaim.
So that are the sent ones and what they would call the prophets. Mashiach
Yahushua himself being the Rosh Panah.
Well, they're going to call that for the cornerstone, the chief. The Rosh is for the head or the captain.
In whom all the Benim being fitly joined together grows into a Hikal Kadash Hashem.
Oh, house of Yahuwah. So the reason why we're looking at this, and I'm going to get a plan because we had to go with these words that kind of slow us down. But what we do look at with it is this. You see the difference of when he came? See, when the people first tried to build a tower, they couldn't complete it. But see, now he's coming back and letting us know how we got to do it. See, the one thing they had, the people's foundation was wrong. That's why they couldn't build it correctly. See, and he taking that, it fits. Y'all got it? Can we see what the definition to the word fit is? I know y'all just said some up only that don't fall down or what we call it. But I want to find out what the definition for fit from the English definition, and then we'll try to see how we get a better perception of it. Because you think about it, 2 out of people would have stopped if it don't fit. Yeah, because you got to look at laying your foundation is very essential. I'm a builder by trade. Now, builder foundation is important. That lets me know what are the support going up. We might get a different version, one that kind of do a little English, do a little more of it to kind of run through. Gotta keep working our way through this whole thing. Okay, well, we'll work it, we'll get it. We're fine, we'll get it. So I just want to look at it because I think if we got a better understanding of what things say, we got a better understanding of what it is he's trying to project from us. And a lot of time what happened with religion or any of the teaching, people don't really have a real concise or clear understanding of what he's saying or what he's directing you to do. So now it puts you in transgression. And now, and the reason why I put you in transgression, because what we'll think is, well, as long as you're honest, that's not true. That's not always the case. Because if you're doing so without understanding, you're honest, you're still worthy of death. That's why he said, because he did come back in 3:17, the book of Yahusha, and said, and I will give you Roim. He said, according to my law, which is going to feed you with knowledge and understanding. So you can't keep using that excuse. I know I tell the folks, I believe that you need to be honest first. That's the first one. You can't use that through your whole. You can't keep using that though as a cover up for you not being where you need to be. Honest start, but then honest going to get you to get to what you need. Y'all got it? Because why would he give you a raw? He just said all you do is be honest. See what I'm saying? Because you need somebody to teach you how to get, not stay honest, but you need to understand. Because if you don't, this puts you in violation. Y'all got it? You can't go out and protect nothing if you don't know what you're doing. Hello? Okay, I'm trying to help y'all out. And in helping you out, I'm helping myself out. Because it's essential to get this thing right. Listen, for those of y'all that have been running a long time, and you came in, I remember when I first changed, I was looking to get what they call the Holy Ghost then. I wanted to get it. It's time. And then it's learning. Then you're somewhere you feel like you're at. And then we come back and learn, okay, the name wrong. You say, well, how did that entail against my salvation? Now we got to tear all that down so you can build again. And you look at, well, that's going to be time lost. And it's like I'm going backwards. It's not like you're going back. I need you to see that way so I can bring you back and show you this the right way. And people can look at it. When he took Yahusha, he sent him down to the potter's house. And he watched him work on the wheel. The man had been working, and he worked with his hand. That's why he saw on the wheel, he used his hand. And after he had made it, what did he do with it? That's what we had to do. After we set it all up, he said, now tear it down. He said, then he went back. He said, now he made it to his liking. That's all you had to do with us. He had to go ahead and make it. If we had started out any other way, it'd been hard. We'd have left the Amat to go to a Kazab, to a lie. See, because we served so long in the line, we put so much energy and wasted so much time, so much resource and time. It's like, it's foolish. I won't have a Christian conversation. I won't be the person to talk to about it. Can I sound just talk about Christianity? No. Not unless you're trying to get out, but you want to talk to me about it, and though you're trying to persuade me, I'm going to stop your mouth. And it's going to get real bad if you keep going. Because I'm just not interested. I've already exhausted all my energy and time, but I don't have no time for that conversation. But if because he let me go so long into something and then say, okay, let's tear it down. Now you look at how much work you put in something, you got to tear it down. It's like, I don't ever want to do that again. So now I try to build with understanding, make sure when I'm going through, I don't tear something down. So you can't go all the way to the top immediately. You got to learn how to work. First, let me make sure my foundation's set. Like when I give the tea, I always make sure I lay a foundation first. Because if I don't lay a foundation, I can get away. Remember, this is what I have to consider. What does my foundation support? See, I'm a builder, so I had to basically, I got to bring in sub. We gonna cut it out. We gonna come in. We gonna get it set up, and then we're gonna pour a foundation. I had to submit a structure. I got to submit a structure that go in that foundation. I can't just pour something and build something. They need to look at it. And they need to see if it's going to support what I'm putting. So when they get poured and put the rebar and put everything in there, they need to come and look at it before I pour anything. Before any concrete get poured, they need to look at it. When they look at it and see it and it's properly been done, they say, go ahead and pour it. After they pour it, they want to come back and see it. After they do that, I got to start framing. I bring in framers. I need this thing framed up. When I get the framing up and get it done, they need to come and look at it. Because he said it's going to be fitly framed together. So I got to make sure that thing connected right. From there, they going to come in and look at it and get things set up. I start bringing people in and give them a reference in, which I have it's a lot of organized. I got to put people in place, making sure things are getting done. Because I got inspectors. They got to come out and inspect this. And these people get to the end, my goal is to get the CO, and that let me know that I'm timing that it's complete. When Yahusha said finish, I get a CO with a certificate of occupancy, that's when I'm good. That's what you waiting on when Yahuwah come back here. See, if we do this thing according and it fitly framed together the way he told it, and the foundation right, we put it on Yahushua HaMashiach, he come in, he gonna give a CO. You know what? He said, I can inhabit it now. See, we've been trying to get him to inhabit something. It's never been inspected. Where's your foundation? Well, I'm gonna go back. But how the house look? He said, the house is terrible. But I mean, what if I go put a foundation? He said, you can't put it. You already built. You need to tear it down. See, like people try to say, well, all we had to do was just switch out Jesus. No, that's not all we had to do. We had to tear it down. You can't go put a foundation up under something that's built. You got to tear it all down. Y'all understand that? Yes. Let me show y'all something. Look at he got to get this up. But y'all go here and turn right quick. They can read it while he's getting that. Appreciate it. For those that sit, we still can work. So say that Yahoo. See if there's one. One and probably jumped down about 6. Yahoo, they call it Jeremiah. All right, this is Yahoo 1 and 6. Listen.
Davari Yahoo being Khalil Kiyah of the Kohanim that were in Atat and Aratz ben Yamin, to whom I'm sorry, you said verse 6?
Yes.
That's verse 1. Then said I, O Adonai Yahuwah, Heniai, I have no da'as to speak.
He said, I have no knowledge to talk. He was telling me about he was looking at his age, his skill level. And he said he didn't have the knowledge to be able to speak. Similar to who? Go ahead. I got somebody to beat him out. Wait to get it to me, damn, without the hand. Go ahead, Bishop. Mushal. He's talking about how he went eloquent in speech. See, that's what I had to look at. And give me somebody that might be similar to. I got a hand, bitch, all on. What you got, Ray? I'm going to get that check. I could never throw my hand up and start thinking then, who? Who? Takaya? Oh, Zechariah. Zechariah couldn't speak at all. He stopped his mouth. But I would have probably looked at somebody, well, who you think about?
Shemuel.
Shemuel? Why would you say Shemuel? Yeah.
Yeah, because he was young and he didn't know Yahuwah, so he couldn't respond.
No, I wouldn't use that one. Probably I wouldn't use that one, but I know what you're saying. What you got? Who you gonna say? Who? Solomon? Why would you say Solomon? You know what? You probably need to just stick to pool. Nah, he all right. Nah, he good. Nah, Solomon. He was young when he was set over to Beth Elohim. He was talking about him being young. I guess I would kind of think it's kind of off. I was looking at Yeshayahu when he touched his mouth with a live coal and purged him out. He talked about he was among people unclean mouth and everything. So he started cleaning up people and a lot of with their speech. And when you hear Yahusha when he came, they told you about when they heard him, they said he spoke at one of authority, not as a scribe. So he kind of changed their speeches with them, clean their speeches up to be able to go and talk to the arm, be able to communicate with the arm. So there's a lot of things people don't consider, even with the Shalakim, the sent ones he sent out. See, a lot of things he set up was all predicated off of. Right, get that. Hold on. Do me a favor. Pick up which one? What's that version that have the word something but it's still in English? Is it Bible Hub that let them do that? Which one? No. And that's what it is, and they have it up on the bottom. Probably get that'd be a little faster for them. It'll show them the word while you're getting it up. Let them read that one. When y'all do put it back up. But turn that, what's the name of that version? Bible Hub. That's what I said. You know he didn't know what Bible Hub was. That man got Bible Hub wrote all over that man. Ain't that right? That man got Bible. You ain't looked at Bible Hub. Belham's the same one we wrote there. Belham's Siam. Oh, they updated. He got different versions. One you can buy. One you got the bought version. He got the free version, but the free version, from my understanding, he don't give you everything he got or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. He might not. He probably won't change it. Because he in his own study, he writing. I don't know if he's going to take, and then, that's a man work. A man, again, this is what I look at with people that do a lot of research and studying. It's all about what you believe. See, he might still be Christian, so he'll pull some things. So that's why, with us, we want to be more careful about stuff we do. If you're just looking, I just want to show you all these different versions, then I don't know how much effort you're really putting in it, especially if you're a Christian. Now, just be honest, how much effort are you really going to put in it? It makes a difference when you among something. Y'all guys, just like Yahusha, he that among on me as the what? So if you pay attention to that means people have to read it. The difference is, though, you have to believe what you're reading. Because why would you say he that among on me? So it should just say, if it's any other way, whoever read it, going to receive the Ruach HaKodesh. Because you can read it and not among it. Y'all understand that? Just in the context of saying, he that among on me as it is said. Because there were people that read it. Like they told you, they read Moshe. Moshe is read. Stuff that people don't understand about us, just with the whole connotation of using synagogue and different things like that and what we do. See, what we do, the reason I have to do this and go to this side, most of y'all don't know why, do y'all? Because Moshe had to be read. That's customary. That's customary. When they argued about whether they should be circumcised or not, they tried to tell them Moshe had them that read him every Shabbat. That's the truth. That's what we do. When our people can't get read, that's what we were reading. If y'all go back and look in the fifth chapter of the book of Yehukanan in 39, he told you about searching the Ketuvim for any of you think you have. Well, I'm sorry, Oriah. When you go to Oriah 24 and 44, these are the Dabarim that I spake while I was yet with you. That all things must be fulfilled, which were written. Where was it now? How would you get away with not reading Moshe? That's actually what it was constructed to do. They were reading Moshe. And because the lettering grew, now you deal with the Navaim and the Ketuvim concerning me. You see that? Because that's the order. See, a lot of times people come and they do stuff, they don't really understand. A lot of things I don't really talk to y'all about right now. I just want to kind of get to certain places. Then we'll come back and you'll kind of see why I do certain things the way I do it. Because that's actually how it was constructed. See, that's why a church will never be what it's supposed to be. Because there's never been a time they just came in and people, excuse me, and they had a New Testament reading. Just to do all New Testament, it don't make sense. Now people came together, they were going back, you're doing a couple of things. You're going to read Moshe, you're going to read the Navaim, and you're going to read the Ketuvim. Because he told you, concerning me. Then you know what he did. That they might understand. Now you understand the writings. Because there's a pattern of how things were said. He told you, had you believed Moshe, why? He was talking about me. So he would let them know you weren't even reading it correctly. Because you weren't reading it to get understanding. Because had you wrote it, you wouldn't be fighting me. He wrote of me. That's why he said, I don't think I'm going to accuse you to him. He says another one in whom you trust, because that's who they was reading. Right. He told you in the 23rd chapter of the book of Matthew that the Parashim and the scribe, what were they sitting at? Sit in his seat and don't read his book. What am I reading? Because I'm trying to get it to know me and get you guys to give me that reference that you gave him. And he told you all that they tell you to do, but not. Because otherwise he's going to tell you that the book of Mushah was wrong. How they going to sit in Mushah's seat and not read Mushah? That's why he's going to tell you whatever they tell you to do it. Just don't do after their behavior. Because they say, he's saying the word right. You just got to watch their behavior. Right. Y'all understand? That kind of help y'all get understanding? See, a lot of people keep trying to format us out the church. We're not a church. That's why I told them, kids, throw them in the trash. Don't bring them in here. Throw that junk in the trash. We're not Christians. It's time you have to break away from it. I know we look at, well, you can still use. No, I can't use. I threw it in the trash. I don't want to deal with it. Because it don't make sense. You're going to keep going, but you keep digressing. Because you're going to think that what you're doing in there is right, and you're going to be wrong. Okay? No keepers of his Torah use no King James Version. It doesn't make sense. Too many inaccuracies. Listen, everything that man said was, listen, it's descriptive. You can't move or deviate from it. Say that right quick. Matthew who played 5 and 30. We'll get appreciate that, but I appreciate the sister people. I hadn't said it. I do. I appreciate y'all guys for doing what y'all, because it ain't easy. I'm switching and moving, and people wake up. I just want to make sure we get clarity. Y'all guys, so you can still have the word and we can still follow. My end is just to make sure we get right. I ain't trying to kill nobody. I'm trying to kill our stupidity. I'm trying to kill our kataim. But at the end of the day, our whole goal is to make sure we get this right. And that's not everybody's intent. I'm telling you, people want what's comfortable. If you stay with what's comfortable, you'll still be committing sin. I wasn't uncomfortable when I was high. How many of y'all were uncomfortable when you were drunk? I wasn't uncomfortable. He made me uncomfortable. He had to get me out of it. But I had to hear something. And I heard something that pricked me to stay. When I heard that 1 Corinthians 6:9, that shook my whole world. I'd never heard that before. Never heard it before. As simple as it was, that shook my whole world. I said, drunkard. I used to drink. Fornicator. I was a fornicator. I was shacking up. That thing worked on me. I was just like, I just had never heard it. I tried. I wanted to find something that would combat it. Couldn't combat the word with the word. Only thing you combat the word with is understanding. Okay. So where we at now? Matthew 5:17. 5:17. Listen. Once we figure out how they're going, then line them up. I thought it was at 17. Okay.
Not think that I have come to abolish the Torah
or
the Nabaim.
That's it. So what he telling you? Because people felt like they were done away with. Mushah is done, and the Nabaims are done. Because think about why would people think that? They dead. After some deceased, that means it's over. To prove that, when Shemshun had come, and Shemshun found out they had given his Isha unto his companion. After he found that out, and they had burned down his Ashah, his Isha, and his father-in-law. He said he was going to avenge it. So he said, though they did me a disservice, he said, I'll avenge myself. After that,
I'll cease.
Which means what? It's over. I'm done. He said, don't think that I came here because those guys dead, that it stopped. That's what he was saying. After I kill them, then I'm done. After they dead, that's it. But he's telling you, don't think that I came to abolish these guys. They're dead. They're gone. But what they told you is still intact. Why would they think that? Why would you say that? Because somebody's assuming because their dead is over with. What you were told, a woman that had the husband is bound by the law to her husband how long?
As long as he living.
But if the husband be dead,
the Lord won't bound.
so then she aloof from it. So then while her husband living, she be married to another.
Why?
Because he's still living. So if he's dead, that means it's over with. So these people are looking at, these guys are dead. So why would I think he's abolished it? You coming in, you've abolished it. He said, don't think that. I have not come to abolish them. What did you do?
Not I have come to abolish, but to fulfill. Amon, for I say to you, until shall pass away the Shamayim.
I know, you fine. I say until shall pass away the Shamayim and the
Arat.
Iota, Greek. For us, it would be yard. Iota is the smallest Greek letter. You see how you always get played? You always get played. Every time you look, how many, you know Greek, how many y'all play Greek? The iota, that's the smallest letter. That's how they get you. That's why you had to watch it. See, even though we transfer and move, that's how you got to watch people. For us, the yard is the smallest letter. Because it's a stroke. So all he's telling them the stroke. The reason why he's telling them these things, go ahead. Because people that would know the Aleph Bet would know that. What you'll say, if something small or something, typically what? It's insignificant. Come on, with something small, you say, man, let that go. That's a little small thing. He said, no. He said, not until. He said, not until the Shamayim and the Aratz is gone. Not the yard, the smallest writing. Or these are strokes. See, when you got writer, these are strokes you're making. And he's trying to let them know, not one little stroke. Y'all got it? Come on.
Or one stroke of the letter.
See that? Tittle. I think for their English word, they use tittle. Isn't that right? A little tittle tat. When they say, oh, here's a little tittle tat. They're trying, it's small. But here he tell you, not the smallest thing is going to move. Not one, a stroke. You know, a stroke ain't a whole right. That's just a, he said, not even a stroke shall do what?
Pass away from the Torah until everything should happen.
So this is the thing we're trying to look at. So this is where he had to come and reconfirm for our people. See, a lot of people feel like now that things are insignificant and things are going on and it's not going to happen. He said everything I had them to put is still going to come to pass until the completion. Y'all got it? And he let you know what the completion going to be. If y'all sitting here, there's a Shamayim over you and you only arise. That's how I know ain't none of it left. See, these ones, again, what he give you? I'm giving you both odds. Your first eye was where? And your second eye. So now guess what I look at? This would be similar to his conversation. But see, you induced me with what? Greek, iota. And it might say, ain't nothing against the iota, but I just want to get to what he's saying. Because it's dealing with our writing. You're talking about my writing, I don't use iota. Like folks said, you know what, I don't give one flipping iota about what you're talking about. That means the smallest of what you're saying. But you know, older people said, they didn't know they were saying Greek. The yard is our smallest stroke. So that's why I'm a defender of going back, making sure we're accurate with the writing, because they're changing stroke. The stroke pattern has changed. These people remove some stuff because we don't do that now. How many times y'all heard that before? Well, it's some stuff we don't do now. That is true, some things, but you're leaving people to make the judgment call that's not keepers of it. That's the detriment of it. Like we remove circumcision, the fleshly circumcision, because we know it was of the law. But first, physically, it was something that was a showing. Y'all got it? So the same thing happened now that we come to circumcise the heart. But these people try to go and get rid of something like it doesn't matter. Have you circumcised the heart? Okay. That's all it is, a cutting or a breaking away. See, Abraham was circumcised. He wasn't circumcised in the flesh, but he was circumcised the way he was able to cut away from his parents and leave. Y'all got it? Anytime you keep it in work, it's a form of circumcision. Because you are cutting away from something. When I tell you to come out and be you what? What you say? Be dumb? Dog separated, then you got to cut or tear. Y'all got to rip yourself away from them. These are other forms like circumcision. So all the other thing with a front is like a format that we use so we have an understanding. Y'all got it? Just like it physically shows in the flesh, it should physically show that you separated. It should physically show that you changed Y'all got it? Okay. So I just want us to kind of to look at these things and realize, stop letting people try to make you think this stuff not insignificant and it's the same thing. That make absolutely no sense. Christianity in its whole had to be torn down. Let's get back to that 1:6 right up Yahusha. See, what happens sometimes, people keep trying to build on top of building. You can't do it. Something can be repaired. Something you got to tear it down. It is. Something it ain't worth fixing. He done condemned it. You can't fix nothing that been condemned. Hello? To prove it, when Yahusha came, before you get that, let me see something. All right, let's get this right quick. We'll see what he said. How about that? This is Jeremiah, who they call Jeremiah, which means Yahuwah is exalted. All right, listen.
And I said, I am a youth, for speak, I am a youth, do say, not to me, Yahuwah, but said, oh no. Oh, I got to read it backwards.
You're reading it backwards?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Right to left.
Yes, sir. I said, and speak, for a youth I am, but said Yahuwah to me, not say, do youth, a youth I am, for to all to whom I shall send you, you shall go.
You speak. Where you at? You here? Yahuwah says to deliver you. I am with you. Where you at?
You got to read from the.
This way?
Yes, sir.
Is it not be afraid? Not afraid to. Yeah, it started that way, but then you had to read him. Do not be afraid of their faces, for I am with you to deliver you, says Yahuwah. You say you got to read it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I had to look at it for a second, figure what they were doing. Don't take long, we get it. I don't know if the glasses working. I had to use my senses. What had to happen, you had to have your senses exercised. Pay attention. Sometimes if you look at our writings, really, when we do stuff, our writing isn't as full as English. That's the problem. English field thing, because it's concise. It's just to the point. I say, go you, door. If you would, could you please go to the door? See, it's just extra. They didn't talk everything. Remember, they were supposed to speak in the Marshalline. Go you, door. That is incomplete. When you're in the custom and you understand the culture, she understood exactly what I said for her to go to the door. Now you gonna put the fillers in there, but I know what I just said. Sometimes with fillers, you can also take away from things too. Like you can get something, and sometimes you might go and somebody put too many toppings or put too many sauces. You say, you know what? It kind of took away from the taste of the meat. They just had too much on it. I don't like all that. Somebody just stood there, let me put this and put this on it. You say, you know what? The meat, it took away from it. Y'all have had something like that? Something you say, I just like me, I could eat a hot dog, grill, just the bun and mustard. I don't have to have all that. I can do relish and all that, but I can really take it just like that. If it's grilled right, I can do it just like it is and be like, that's a grilled hot dog. Sometimes you put, let me put this and put this and put this, and you wind up not getting rid of the full flavor of the dog. You got all the other things working. You know what I'm saying? So Yahuwah one, guess what? I just want you to see me working. And you can't see him working with too many other moving parts going. So take it out, let's just be plain. Just like he told me in Kabaku, write the Kazum. And that way he that reads it, he'll know what he's doing. But when you put too many fillers in it, it's really not accurate enough. I'm really kind of confused on what he want me to do. So he told him, just make it plain. Don't put nothing on it, okay? All right, come on.
Really, I'm still at verse 7.
You should be 7? Oh, you ain't never finished that? Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
But said Yahuwah to me, not do say a youth I am, for to all to whom I shall send you, you shall go, and all whatever I amar you,
what's going to happen?
You speak.
So what if I ain't told you that? What if I ain't told you that? Don't say it. That's why he had a problem with folk. Cause you shouldn't have been saying nothing other than what I said. The problem we got with the King James perversion and all these other Bible guys, they keep telling you something. He said, I never said that. You see what he told him? He got angry with Moshe. When Moshe came down, he said, I told you do everything after I showed you in the mount. That was to keep people from deviating. The problem becomes everybody keeps saying, well, he told me this, well, he told me this, and he told me that. Now people confused. That's confusion. How do all y'all have a different message? He just told him clearly, if I hadn't told you that, keep your mouth shut. Don't you be opening your mouth saying, I didn't say that. And these people, they good with it. It don't make no difference. Well, as long as we just live right, you can't live right once you get outside the order. That's the structure. Remember, fitly framed together. So if you heard Yahusha and you heard Musha, you shouldn't have heard nothing different. Because all they said is what he said. Well, sometimes, I just be honest with you, I just go ahead and just start talking and just saying it. You shouldn't have. And that's a detriment. That's why people live in lives contrary to what he wanted to do. He wanted the people that order exactly by his debar. Listen. Come on.
Not do be afraid of their pani, for with you I am to deliver you, says Yahuwah.
Oh, for I am with you. You said, for with you I am. No, for I am with you. You read that a little different. Got it? Go ahead.
And put forth Yahuwah his hand, and touched on my paw, and said, Yahuwah to me, behold, I have put my dabarim in your paw.
I put my words in your mouth. Listen.
See, I have set you, this over the Goim and over the Malkuth, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant.
So let me ask you a question. That's why I try to tell you folks. You know what our problem being honest with y'all? We've been attaching on to something that we should have tore down.
Come on, it's true. That's right.
See, that's the difference. That's why I had to get rid of these Bibles. I'm telling you, look, I'm gonna prove it out. Listen, how they work. Take the King James Bible and just work with it.
No, sir.
What did he just say he sent that man to do? Destroy it. Tear it down. Root up. Now go build and plant. So whatever was there, put it out of there. He said, that don't make no sense though. We already got some stuff. No, take it up. You got to get rid of it.
That's right.
I'm telling you, let me tell you what you heard, what you found about root. You cut something you want to and leave the root, it can still stem back up. I uncut tree, left the root, you see other little branch start trying to grow from it because it still got life. That's why the book talk about lest a root of business spring up in you. You got to just get it out of there. So there's a lot of stuff you got to get rid of. Stop thinking you can't repair it. You got to get rid of it. That's the problem. You got to just get rid of it. Even when they came back to build a wall, they took what was usable. But they first had to take it and throw it out. It ain't all he can't use it. When Malcolm Yah built the wall, what did he find out about the bond? They were burned. They were thrown to the ground. He had to start from scratch. So that's all he got to do with you. He got to take us through he said, I done chose you to the furnace of affliction. Yeah. And I'm going to get rid of you. I can come back and put you back. I can revive you out from the rubbish. I can put it back, but I got to take it down. Right. And take it through the fire. It gave a chance to purify it. Right. That's what he used it for too. It's also used for purifying. You do it with gold. You do it with certain metal. You can purify with it. Listen, anybody ever got a splinter before in their hand? What you do with that needle? Now, guess why? Now if you go and you take it and you don't do that, now you set to get another problem. You don't went from a splinter in the hand to an infection. Now he said, let me take it and burn it. Now you can use it. That's the same thing Yahuwah do it up. After I take it through the fire, now I can use you. Yes, but the problem with more people, they're not willing to be tested. See, that's what he told you about the debar. It's tested. Why do you think he put Yahuwah down here and put him in the flesh? It had to be tried. If I got everybody failing, I need to see if anybody can get it right. If not, then I need to go back to the drawing board. Because this ain't working. So once I put him here and I got a man who can deny the flesh, I got a man who can do all this, and that man can go through persecution and affliction that you keep saying that you just can't possibly do because you built differently. And that man was able to do it all the way to death without error, then I know everybody can live right. I know everybody can live right. Nobody can get by. There ain't no excuse. The book declares you inexcusable, man, whosoever you are. That's right. You're inexcusable. That's right. That man took all the excuses. When they put them nails in it, all that stuff, he nailed it to the cross. Yes, sir. And no reason for nobody said what you can't do. It's about now what you want to do. He proved it out. He realized everybody doing what they want to do. Right. All that lying stuff, I just can't help myself. You don't understand. I don't know, it's going to be hard. Because we don't put a man down here and done it all the way to moot. Now, how you can't do it? He gave him more restrictions he give you. When you were told you can't have nobody. That man couldn't get him nobody else. Ain't nobody stopping you from getting a home, apartment, or nothing else. This man here ain't had nowhere to live. He said, listen, the birds of Shamin, he said, they got a nest. He said, the fox even have a hole. He said, I ain't even got nowhere to lay my head. I ain't even got nowhere to lay down there. Now tell me, that's hard. That's hard when you ain't got nowhere to stay. You really ain't got nowhere to get a whole, where you gonna get a bunch of stuff and keep it at? He like, I can't possess nothing I want. I ain't even got nowhere to stay. Well, I like going and buying some couch. Let me get a couch and a couple of them coffee tables and some lamps. And get the hanging way outside. You don't have nowhere to lay. He like, I can't put my mind on that. And I'm in the flat. You think I want our own place? He said, you don't think I want somewhere to stay? Right. But I got to prove out every excuse these folk tell lies about the reason they can't live right. Because I ain't got, I don't have, I need. This man came down here in the flesh just like you and needed all those things, yet possessed nothing. Yeah. Took all the excuses out the way for us. All we do, we're people of excuses. And we're people of excuses because we read books of excuses. Yeah. They wrote the book to keep you in keeping Chata. These folks ain't wrote no book to keep you from committing sin. They need you to have a violation against you. Right. So this is how important it is when you sit and you look that you have an understanding on what he came to do. Now that means whatever those people had, whatever those people set up, whatever those people led, look, he came to tear it down. You had to get rid of it. Nobody keep now. So what about this idea? Get rid of it. What about this? I just planted, tear it up. I had to get, and then it was a sign of this, where you at? See, some people, you done had something, you've been doing stuff so long. Even here, I got people here, they can't transition. Let me tell you what they do. People can transition to a certain level. And we keep transitioning. Like they say, oh, now that's another version. We keep moving the version. Because let's see where you at. Which one of these versions we moved to, we said, now let's start fornicating with each other. Let's start having sex with the kids. So we ain't transitioning because we trying to find a reason to drink liquor. We're just trying to get as accurate to the point, to what the man said to keep us from faltering. The book said, now to him that's able to keep you from what? And present you how? I got too many folks still falling. So I got to go back and start looking at the teaching or what we're reading.
That's right.
But they're doing good, the King James Version. I said the King James is a diversion. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Let's look at something like 3 and 17. I try to most high will and finish up. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
All I want to do, I really do, I just wanted to get it right. And that ain't people's mindset. I mean, it's crazy. I don't get it. That's amazing how people can love something wrong, then something right come up, it's a problem. They're like Christian. It don't make sense. You would think anybody a Christian, 3 and 17, you would think anybody that was a Christian honest, if they heard something and they found out it was wrong, and learned something they were reading was wrong in the right way, they say, why wouldn't you want to transition and move?
That's right. That's right.
I was a harder Christian than anybody, just about anybody else. As far as I was believing, I was 100% with it. I wasn't unlike people who might say here, it's some probably else, I wasn't no Christian on the fence. I was a Christian. I didn't believe nothing else was right but Christianity. How many of y'all were like that? I wasn't in Thompson. I'm in it, but I'm seeing some more stuff. That's not no, I'll be lying to you. That wasn't me. I always had like a feeling about it. Stuff through me. I would be telling you a direct lie because I did not. I didn't even know nothing to be looking at nothing else. I didn't do any other religions because I didn't know them. I knew Baptists growing up. I started going to church about 6 years of age. I used to go by myself. Then my mom and them, they were going somewhere else. We didn't even go to the same church. I don't know what church you went to then. What church you were going to? Home church. At home. She said, yeah, she was at home church. I tell them I used to go to church. You remember that? I used to go to church. Yeah, I used to go to church by myself, 6 years old. She had my clothes. I had a picture. She had me sitting on the table. I had a suit, had my towel, and I walk. Me and my friend, I go to church. Thankful Baptist Church, first church. I was by myself then. As a kid, I did. 6 years, I had to go to church by myself. For whatever reason I was going. I did. I always looked at the preacher as somebody. I used to always look at the preacher like, God talked through him. That always got, I was like, it always just was remarkable. It's like, God talks through him. That always sparked me. I always thought a preacher should live. I never thought there was a position a preacher should get, he should minister. I never thought that. Because I looked at God, and he talks through you. People listen to you because he talks through you. It just threw me to see how many people it look like it don't even matter. It ain't even real. It ain't even something they're really serious about. Because people come, because people look at, I'm hurt, I need answers, I lost somebody, I need direction, I'm trying to quit a habit, I'm struggling. Everybody you sit in church, those people all going, they just don't put a sign on their head. I would come, people see me, I had questions. I was lost, I was looking for direction. That's why I was there. And people look and say, man, look at all these people right. They're not right. People trying to find their way. People try, and then the preacher uses that to manipulate people, to take everything from them. Anybody want a special blessing? I want you to come up. I want you to give $100. I want you to do this. I want you to sow something. Everything's about manipulating you out of something. Everything about manipulation. I appreciate you for bringing it back around to consider. That's all. That's all I'm just considering. And what I want for me, and I want for the way of y'all synagogue, I want it for other people too. I want it for other races. Why not? Why not? Why nobody else shouldn't have opportunity? Why wouldn't somebody just let the truth be the truth and let people sit out and judge?
That's right.
Why?
That's right.
Just like all Yahoo, he sat down, he didn't make Yahusha come back. He said, let's do this. Let's set up and put a zabak up him. The Elohim that answered by fire, let him be Elohim.
Yes, sir.
He did not make them people come back. Let's just set and mosh pot this thing. Everybody keep thinking, well, you don't need it. I don't see the problem. English should be fine. That's stupid. The man never spoke English. English got so many manipulated ways you can say and you can do things. They beat you every time. Look at you. We manipulated. How you a citizen and you ain't got the rights?
Yeah, that's right.
You're stupid. People stupid. You can't be a citizen. You don't have the same rights.
That's right.
They just play, but see, they manipulate you with words. Okay? You don't hear white folks call themselves white American. They just tell you, I'm American. You can't say that. You got to say Afro, even if you ain't got one. They always manipulate you with words. All right, come on.
Being of Adam, a watchman, I have made you for the bet of Yasharal, therefore Shama from my paw.
So let me ask you a question. So you said he made himself a what now?
Ben of Adam, a watchman, I have made you for the bet of Yasharal.
Because somebody started questioning him, trying to say, who made you? You know where that come from? They told him, they asked Mushara, who made you a ruler?
Yeah.
That's what they want to ask Mushara, remember? They said, who made you a shah and a ruler over us?
Yeah.
He said, Ben Adam. He said, a watchman, I made you. When them folks ask you who made you a watchman, you tell them I made you a watchman.
Yeah.
Oh, think about it. He already dealt with that. When Mushar tried to break them up, they're going to fight. They want to know, who made you a shah? Mm-hmm. Who made you rule over us? He said, I'll clear this up right here. When I send you, you tell him I made you a watchman. Come on.
For the bet of Yasharal, therefore Shama from my paw, a debar, and give warning them from me.
Y'all hear what he wanted to do? He want him to hear with the intent to do, and you warn them from me. Let them know it come from me. What happened?
When I say to the Rosha, surely you shall move, and know you give him warning, nor speak to warn the wicked, the Rosha from his Darak, Rosha to save his Kai, that Rosha Ish in his iniquity shall move.
Now hear what happened? That man in his wrongdoing, he gonna move.
But his dom at your hand I will require.
Yeah.
And yet you, if warned the Rosha and not, he does turn from his Rosha, nor from his Darak, Rosha he in his iniquity shall move, but you, your Nafash, have delivered.
That's what he did. He said, if you go and tell him, and he don't do it, then he gonna die in his iniquity, in his wrongdoing, and that blood gonna be off of you. It's not your It's not for you to pay for it. Now, if you don't tell him, and that person goes ahead and they moot in this, then I'm going to require that your hand, they still going to die. People thinking, well, the preacher wrong, the preacher got to pay for it. That's true, but the problem is that you're going to still die and you got to pay too. Mm-hmm. Got the difference? Don't think now you okay if the preacher, well, that's on the preacher. It is on the preacher, but it's on you too. That's why people got to hold these preachers to accountability. You got to stop letting people think that you something just be played with and made a fool of, and there's no repercussion behind you and your soul. That's dangerous. It'd be different. Like, I'll go sit in the false church and just lay back, cause shoot, he wrong. He the one gonna burn. Think about it.
Yeah.
Responsibility all me. If he wrong, I'll sit back and Kool-Aid. Man, keep going. Hey man, preach that thing. Cause it's on him. He wrong. See, he put it on you, let you know you ain't gonna be excusable if he wrong. And he ain't gonna get by. He feel like, well, that's the people if they're wrong. No, you gonna pay for it too. That's right. You got to warn them. Let's see what he gonna tell them. Let's see if we understand Yahusha. Listen.
And again, when turns a Sadiq Ish from his Sadiq and commits iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall moot. Not because you did give him warning in his kata, he shall moot, and not shall be Zakar, his Sadiq, which he had.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Slide, go back up a little bit. No. It's Sadiq Ish from his Sadiq and commits iniquity, and I lay a what?
Stumbling block before him.
That's tight. Now, you know how people say, seem like stuff just keep getting in my way. You know what's amazing now we starting to look at? Why now you got to ask yourself, and you've been asking yourself, how exactly did you get that stumbling block? Say it again. And get what I'm worried about. Why it seem like all these, something keep blocking me?
Yeah.
See, he never set up for you to be doing that. You were supposed to know. Why else would stumbling block be set in front of me? Think how many people, you don't even raise your hand, how many people don't question why it look like every time I go, something called me to fall. Every time I move, every time like something calls me to fall. Why is that? Why would he have you guessing? Because it's not a secret thing. He said that belonged to me. The whole thing that revealed belonged to who? And to who else? Even all this Torah that you need to know if you see a stumbling block and how that stumbling block got. That's the scary part. Who put it there? Yeah, I don't even realize. Hold on for a second. I'm sorry. 'See if that the 23rd chapter book of Yahoo. Let me see what I want. Let me see something. I want y'all to pay attention now. Y'all remember how he told y'all to get in there, right? Nah, that's problem. See if it's 23. See if 23:14. Probably come down from there. Might be up or down. He should be trying to tell where he lay in Zion. $28. Appreciate it. $16. 28:16. Okay. No, somewhere. Through 14 be fine. Let's see where we're going. This Yahoo they call Jeremiah, 28:14. All right, listen.
For thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth,
Where you at?
the Elohim of Yasharal,
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Yahoo, that's Yahoo. Okay. Oh yeah. I put Yahoo. I had to remember my mind well. Okay. Yahoo. They call Isaiah 28:14. Okay? Y'all got it? Why does that 1 Corinthians? Oh, okay. Just reference. Oh, okay. All right, listen.
Therefore, Shama the Debar of Yahuwah,
Who?
ye anashim, scornful who sar
Saw
this who are in Jerusalem,
Okay.
because you have said, we have made a berith with Mut, and with Sheol we are in agreement.
Listen.
The scourge overflowing wind passes through not, it will come to us.
Wow.
For we have made Kazab our refuge.
And
Under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
listen what happened.
Therefore, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, behold, I lay foundation in Zion,
Uh-oh. Listen what happened.
and a bond tried, a cornerstone precious, a foundation sure, whosoever among not will act hastily.
So the reason why we're looking at that too, because he told you that in the 6th chapter, let me say, 6th chapter of the book of Yahusha, you had to go and get it. When Yahusha started telling about how he was that Lakam that came down from Shamayim, that if a man eat it, and he's talking about his life and how he gave it for him, his bread was his body, Basar was meat, and his flesh and his blood, his dam was drink. And he went down, he asked him a question out there. Anybody remember what was hand? Have I got an answer for you yet?
No, sir, I don't believe
Hold on, let me get this from right here first. Kerry, you be ready. You don't stand by. What you gonna say?
it. It is also a thing.
And you know why? And why is that key? What they should have known. He told them that.
There had been something else.
Hand.
You read that law. You see that law.
He said, okay. Let's see what he got. What you gonna tell him? He was a rock of offense. See, he told you he was gonna put a stumbling block in front of you. That's why he asked him when he told him about he was gonna give him his flesh to eat. He said, I'm gonna give you my dam to drink. And he asked him, he said, does this also offend you? If you would have paid attention, he was trying to tell you, I'm the rock of offense. And the only reason he would have been a stumbling block and a rock of offense, because you were committing kata. So he insulted you on two ends, you just didn't know it. That's why he asked you, does this also offend you? Because I'm a rock of offense, and I'm a stone of stumbling. Y'all got it? So, and the only reason you found it is because why? You had been committing kata. So we understood how important. That's why on the Shabbat it made sense to read Mushah and the Nabaim, because this is the only way you got to understand and know that. Because a lot of people question, why it look like stuff always blocking me? Why it look? All right, for reference, let's look at something. How about that? 22:16 of Bamart Bar. How about that? I just want to make sure we understand that before we go. Okay? Bamart Bar, they call numbers. Okay. This Bamart Bar 22? 22, 16. All right. Come on, listen.
And they came to Balaam and said to him, thus says Balak, ben of Zippor, nothing, please, let hinder you from coming to me, for surely I will kabar you, and greatly whatever you say to me I will do. Therefore come, please, I'll offer me this alms. And answered Balaam, and said to the Abadim of Balak, though were to give me Balak full of his bed, silver and gold, not I could go beyond the Debar of Yahuwah Ma'alahim to do less or more.
Y'all hear that? No matter what you give me, I can't go beyond it and I can't go less. That's why you understand what other precedent they put in for his hand. I got Basta back down. Go ahead, Basta. Tell him what it said. Who? I'm sorry. Manna? From I can't go beyond my, you shook your head. You see the same thing? Oh, I wouldn't use that one. I wouldn't use that one. I saw something. What you think of Hall? Did you talk to anybody at security? They told you the answer? This Hayward, Champ. This Hump. All right, what you saying? Don't do what? Don't to the right or left. Who else I got? Oh, hold on, I ain't got you today. What you got? There. Don't remove the old landmark. What you got?
Marshall Lee don't make it too poor or too rich.
Close. He's closest. He right, Marshall Lee. What you look, he set a precedent when he told you that if Balak would give me his house, what is that on? So, to the servant of Balak, though goodness, how to read? Though were to give me a Balak full of his house silver and gold, not I could go beyond my Elohim of Yahuwah, go beyond the word of Yahuwah, my Elohim, to do less or more. Y'all should have thought what he said in Marshall. Y'all were taught that when he told y'all about how not to make him too rich or too poor, and then he told him about he went on to tell you about being not overly righteous or not overly wicked, because all these will put you over and beyond them. He said, why should you die before time? That's why he told me he couldn't do it, because that means he's going to wind up killing me because I'm going to be a transgression, okay? So I want you to kind of get an idea of how I'm thinking when I'm reading what I'm saying. The fact he told you I can't go beyond, that would make me, if I go beyond the word, that's going to make me more righteous than Elohim. I couldn't, at that point, that's going to be wrong. That's a violation, trying to go beyond him. And it's a problem when you look at even trying to hit, well, no, can't use that kind of, can't use that. And then he's talking about being not overly wicked. He said, because why should you die before time? So he cut some people out because they were just so rosha, he couldn't keep them in his sight. Right. See, these are things they learn. And the reason why we go over and we want to understand them, because you need to consider where you at. You know, it's bad. Somebody say, you know what, Kev, you're getting worse and worse. What am I telling him? Some people think they ain't nothing. That's telling you you're getting overly wicked, overly rosha, which means you're going to die before time. They tell a man you in your self-righteousness. That tell a man he's going beyond. You can't go. We have some people try to go beyond. The man give what we got. Well, I try to be better than that. That's going to be dangerous. Right. It's going to be dangerous. He says enough that the abide be asses out of now. That's right. Out of need. It is. He said that's enough. Even you look at what Ka'ur, you remember she won't eat from the tree. When she ate from the ox. Y'all remember why she ate it? And it will make her like Elohim. He told us enough that an abad be ass. He never told it would make her over. He said you over there, you will be ass. Ass means to the same degree of Elohim. That's why Yahusha told you. It's enough that a abad will be ass as Adon. How you going to be better than your Adon? Okay. So the reason why I want you to process it, so when things come and try you, you got to consider where you at. It's bad that you're getting worse. You got what I'm saying? It's bad you're getting yourself right, so you learn to do, like he told you, have a just weight. You see what I'm saying? All these things you revert back to, that's how you consider stuff. You don't have to ask nobody where you at. You don't have to go and check with nobody else. If you keep what the man told you, have an understanding, you always know where you at. Brother, I ain't sure. Let me see. I'm just trying to see if I want to make sure I ain't going too far. I want to make sure I ain't doing too less. Well, the measurement line already been set. It's already been set. So this is what you're looking at. He told him, I can't go beyond the word, and I can't do less than, okay? Which will be scant, barely sufficient, okay? Let's see what happened with that. How about it? Come on.
Therefore now stay pleased in this Malkum also, you, this Layla, that I may know what more Yahuwah will say to me. Mm-hmm. And came Elohim to Balaam at Layla and said to him, if to call you, come the unashamed coon and go with them, but only the debar which I speak to you, that shall you do.
No, they said the men come to you, get up, go with them, but only tell them what I tell you. Again, he told them, Yahusha, you can see the same thing Yahusha had first. You speak what I put in your mouth. Mm-hmm. Don't say nothing to them other than what I tell you. You go ahead and you go, but just say what I told you. See, you see, one thing I love about the Lord, he just give me free speech. This is the thing, he couldn't have sent you. This stuff people fall for. See, God don't hold a man of God tongue back. He let his tongue loose and just said. See, the patterns, it show you there's no way. That means he broke protocol. He couldn't have told you that. Y'all got it. When Yahusha set the 12 forth, he told them to go in all nations and do what? What they supposed to teach? How about whatsoever I commanded you? Pattern. He'd have told them go and really whatever you say is good. See, you breaking a protocol for people that come through by the Torah. That doesn't make sense. We're not going to buy that. They will only teach what he taught them. It makes no sense to teach something he didn't teach you. I didn't teach you that. Y'all see what I'm saying? All this is pattern behavior. Come on.
So Coon, Balaam in the morning and saddled his Chamor and went with the Sherim of Moab and was aroused anger of Elohim because went he and took his stand, the Malachi of Yahuwah in the Darak as an adversary against him, and he was riding on his Chamor and two his Abadim were with him, and saw the Chamor, the Malachi of Yahuwah standing and in the Darak and with his sword drawn in his hand, and turned aside the Chamor out of the Darak and went into the field. So struck Balaam the Chamor to turn her back the onto road, and stood the Malachi of Yahuwah in a narrow path between the vineyards, with a wall on this side and a wall on this side. And when he saw the Chamor, the Malachi of Yahuwah, and she pushed herself against the wall and crushed foot of Balaam against the wall, so again he struck her. And further the Malachi of Yahuwah went and stood in a Malkum, narrow, where there was no Darak to turn, either to the right hand or to the left. And when saw the Chamor, the Malachi of Yahuwah, and she lay down under Balaam, so was aroused anger of Balaam, and he struck the Chamor with his staff, and opened Yahuwah the paw of the Chamor, and she said to Balaam, what have I done to you that you have struck me? This 3 times. And said Balaam to the Chamor, because you have abused me, oh.
So I
wish.
I said I would.
I would there were a sword in my hand, for now I will kill you. So said the Chamor to Balaam, I am not your Chamor, which you have ridden on ever since I became yours to this Yom. This was ever I disposed to do to you this. And he said, no. And opened Yahuwah of Balaam, and he saw the Malachi of Yahuwah standing in the Darak, and with his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed his head and fell flat on his pani, and said to him, the Malachi of Yahuwah, upon why have you struck your Chamor this 3 times? Behold, I have come out to stand against you, because is perverse your way before me. And saw me, the Chamor, and turned aside from me this 3 times. If not, she had turned aside from me, surely by now also you I would have killed, and her let Kai.
Now, the reason why we looked at this, A couple of things it set precedent to. It set precedent to a speech of Yahuwah that made sense when he told you about entering into Kai. He told you straight was the gate and narrow was the way that lead to Kai. Remember, that's what just saved his life. Because he told her that the donkey here went into a narrow way. And Malachi Yahuwah just told him that I was going to kill you. I was going to kill you. This narrow way saved your life. So you see how when you go back to read your Torah, how it make, you know how many of y'all heard that straight is the gate and narrow is the way? They say anything, wouldn't it be like the way and the gate would be narrow? And way, he knew exactly what he's saying. Because the way got narrow. That was the only way to keep him from dying. Had to wall him in. See that? And it also became a stomach because the way was perverse. A lot of times people don't see why Yahuwah let stuff stop and why stuff cut you off. Because I had intended on killing you. Sometimes you might wonder why things happen to you and why things, I was going to kill you. So I just narrowed in by cutting off a lot of your other avenues, your run spot, high spot. I was going to kill you. Because he told you when it brought it the way, where it lead to. And where was the donkey going out at first? Which means it's going to be destruction. But when he narrowed the way in, look what happened. Saved Balaam's life. See, when people read, when you don't understand, English don't put you in this way. It really don't get you to understand the way. They think that the king will lie you. It don't let you see it the same way. See, it makes sense when you go back to your Torah, his speech. That's why he asked them, why you can't understand my speech? He's like, I don't get it. Don't you know the Torah? It all makes sense that he's telling you that straight is the gate and narrow is the way that leads to Kai. And you ain't going to believe it. And ain't but a few going to even find it. Yeah. You see how that works? That's how he, so even in his chastisement, the man broke his foot. Who wouldn't be pissed? How many of y'all looking to break your foot? Well, how many of y'all that will put you in a precarious situation, put you in a bad, and your foot was broke right now? You're like, this messed up everything. How about I don't break that foot, I'll kill you? How about you keep going, I'll kill you? That broke foot ain't too bad, is it? Think about it. You see how mad he was? He struck him 3 times. He was pissed. And now you done broke my foot, you stupid ass. Pow! You so mad. And the whole time you don't realize, I was going to kill you. So, you know, they teach a lot about we mom and grandma complain stuff happen. I was going to kill you. I really had intended on killing you. See, but when you don't understand how Yahuwah worked, how Yahuwah gave this man chances, don't y'all know if this man put himself, Yahuwah would not redeem this man. This man caused us to sit down at the table of Moabite and we ate with them. And he was angry with them. And he said he caused you to stumble. He let you eat at those people's table. But look at the chances he gave him. When people read, look like, man, how was he was working for God and doing the work and all of a sudden he just threw them away. I've been telling this man the whole time, say what I say. Do what I tell you to do. The man is a constant person that goes and veer off from what I tell him. So what I do, I cut him off. I give him repentance to show you that I'm recalling even when I chastise. I give him a chance, he still go out the way and I cut him off. That's for you. That's for you. Somebody had to be an example. How you think I'm doing what I'm doing? Because somebody went through and failed. He didn't. I'd have been touched a sister. I'd have been through some women. I'd have been on my 3rd, 4th wife. It because some people failed, he cut them down. He said, that's for you, son. If you intend on going that way, I ain't going to have no recon for you. I done already took people down that did with you. Y'all don't even consider the chance that he get every one of us to him. The fact that he'll cut somebody down and you'll look at, man, he just cut them down. That's supposed to be you. I cut them down so it'll be an example so you'll stand. A lot of times we be busy complaining, busy mom and grandma, busy trying to fall. I assure you, everything he give you is better than dead. You can be hurt, you can be upset, you can be mad. You don't want to be dead. That's something you can calm down if you're upset. You can get over if you're mad. You can't live again if you die. Because after that, all you got is the mosh pot. That's two.